Hi there. Welcome to Isolation with Isolation on your rainy Tuesday afternoon. I'm your Dungeon Master, Connor. And let's welcome the rest of the group. We got Dodger.
Yeah.
We got Gabriel.
Hello there.
We got Jimmer.
Hey, 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 hey.
We got Yasmin.
Hey, hey.
We got Kim. And we got Juliet.
That was all of my brain capacity right there.
Excellent. Well done. That was great. Welcome to Isolation, everybody. Welcome back to your regular Tuesday broadcasting of anime, somewhat kind of Dungeons and Dragons at this point. Boom. But last game, we had a bit of a debacle going on. A very casual shopping episode where you guys went around, got some professions, you guys leveled up, got some health, made your guild, and started looking for a guild house. Unfortunately, it seemed as if Juliet met up with some people that knew her ex-partner in the streaming business. His name is Luke Steele. Supposedly, though, these people were from Laughing Coffin. They were taking up residence in Juliet's and Luke's old lakeside cottage, and after a fight, Juliet, being the bigger woman and more respectable of the bunch, chose not to kill her enemy. At that point, she had some, well, not really some help. She just had some friends watching, and the Knights of the Holy Crusade showed up to see what was going on. Juliet, a little bit frazzled by the fray that had foregone earlier that day, had headed into the cottage that had then been released by Laughing Coffin, now only belonging to her. She had passed it on to Dodger to be the guild house, and now everybody resides within the lakeside cottage, a little bit emotional, all heading to sleep to kind of go over what was going on. Kin kind of taking watch, Roger supporting Kin on the watch, with a little bit of help from the others. And as the morning sun rises, and as the dew in the grass glitters and glistens in the low sunlight of a small sun shower, you guys all come to, meeting up in the kind of main foyer area. I'm assuming, oh bless you, I'm assuming Juliet taking the bed that once belonged to her, and the rest kind of taking the bunk beds surrounding it. After of which, you guys meet up in the main living room for some basic breakfasts supplied by Dodger and Kin. A very scrumptious and sumptuous feast for you all, although it tastes a little bland, only because of the motions and the thoughts raging through your minds. But as you sit as breakfast, you have the floor team. I know that some people wanted to ask others questions. Things were going down. So, how are we doing this morning?
I'll let people go first. Yeah, I'm just cooking in the background.
Okay. Dodger's cooking in the background.
Kin's just focusing on the cooking.
Okay. Ken and Dodger in the background in the little kitchery area, both wearing aprons, cooking some food side by side.
Juliet's looking at her hands. They're slightly shaking.
Okay.
They're clean, but in her eyes, she sees blood all over them.
Okay.
But they are clean.
They are clean.
Probably a little
Shakespeare
raw
stuff.
red from all the
Shakespeare,
washing
yeah.
and the rubbing.
Yeah.
Okay.
I reckon Jimmer is asleep, snoring very loudly.
Excellent. So you guys hear the
Yes,
Bit of drool coming out of his mouth, not very...
Just above his head, like, shut up!
Yasmin's just like preparing his sword to just completely behead Jimmer.
Gabriel's actually just sitting next to kind of Jimmer in a non-creepily way, but kind of just, sitting next to him while he sleeps. And
I
I'm just
mean,
sitting
they're bunk beds, so you're either sitting on the bed he's on. Like, Jimmer, what are you? Are you top bed or are you bottom? Are you top bunk or bottom bunk, Jimmer? Alright, so if Jimmer's top bunk, then Gabriel's hanging off the ladder looking at Jimmer sleep. And then Yasmin's standing on the top bunk with a sword ready to stab Jimmer.
Did Connor just
Wow.
ask Gabriel if he's a top or a bottom?
I just got up to the game and was like, Gemma, wake up. It's okay. I need to watch your back.
That's fantastic. Oh
Essentially, in a non-creepy way, Gabriel's just watching Jim asleep.
Yeah.
That's never been said before.
And it's really weird because Jimmer's top bunk, so Gabriel has to like physically pull himself up the ladder onto the top bunk to watch him. So I imagine it's just like eye level only making contact.
Yasmin is sitting down just somewhere in the living room, just meditating.
There isn't a lot of stuff. There's a bunch of crates that you guys had been left behind by Laughing Coffin, so probably sitting on one of those crates. Because a lot of the crates have been repurposed as tables and benches and stuff. Some of them got items in them, some of them don't, but there is a few crates left behind because they weren't able to get everything out. So yeah, probably just sitting on a crate.
Wait, there's crepes in here?
God, I love crepes.
Oh my god.
But yeah, guys, it's up to you. What do you guys want to do with your day?
Are you guys nearly done breakfast?
Soon. Give me a sec. As I'm like finished like frying up the last little bits of it.
Alright. I reckon after we've eaten, we should probably go through these crates. Just to, you know, see what we got.
See what we can salvage from it. Sounds good. What do you think, Ken? So like,
Yeah, sounds good.
Juliet, you okay sitting there? Stay with
Juliet,
your hands for a while.
she immediately stands up and goes outside.
Oh, you go outside and the door opens. You hear this poof. Oh, okay. Oh,
Who are
Juliet, right? It's me, Astra. I believe we've met before.
you? Oh.
Hey.
I open one eye and just
Didn't realize you hated me that much. That really hurt.
She okay, she doesn't think twice about it. She just barges through him and just goes, sits down to the lake.
Bye. You hear a little poof, poof, poof. Yo, Dodger, you in here?
Yeah, cooking. Now sit, grow you up a plate.
Hey, nice. Comes in. So, went to the, g'day, Yasvin.
Hey man, how you doing?
Yeah, good. How you feeling after yesterday's fight?
Great, I guess.
Yeah? Cool.
He's still in a pain.
Cool.
That's been still in pain.
So, anyway, comes over and sits in a crate. I gets comfortable. Went with Knights of the Holy Crusade. Make sure they lock those guys up. They are currently in prison in the first floor town of beginnings area. Apparently the prison there's bigger. Knights of the Holy Crusade have left it to the moderators to take care of their kind of imprisonment. Apparently a few of the moderators are in the game and staying in the town of beginnings, which is cool. So, all done. Those laughing, chuckling, coughing guys are now stuck there for the foreseeable future.
As this kind of happens, Gabriel will now enter the room and kind of join the conversation.
Hey, Gabby!
Oh, hello there. How are you doing, Astra?
Yeah, good man, good. How's the shield treating you?
Oh, very good, thank you. Very protective, to say the least. Yes.
Hey, looks like you're learning.
So what's going on? What's happening? What did I miss?
Just letting Guildmaster here. Guildmaster, gosh darn, Dodger the Guildmaster. What a treat.
I get a kitchen knife and just like throw it like next to him, not at him, but just like that thing was like.
Doesn't even flinch. It just goes boom, and he doesn't even look at it and goes, "Hey, safe zone." Anyway, yeah. So your Guildmaster over here, Dodgy McFodgy boy, just letting him know that the prisoners from yesterday's debacle are locked up and being kept a watch on, so everything's good there.
Fantastic. Great to hear.
Yeah. Also, Juliet kind of just wandered out by herself. Don't know if any of you guys care about that. So
Wait. Juliet went outside?
yeah, alone, angry, in a huff.
Okay. I'm gonna go out and try and find her and chat to her.
I'll come too.
Gabriel and Yasmin
start
leave.
serving.
So Astra takes a seat and starts grabbing the food and starts eating it immediately.
Well, what I do is
I turn back
after I
before
give
going
him
out the
his
door
own
and
plate,
go, Astra, can you?
before like actually like serving Astra his plate, he gets half of what everyone else does.
He doesn't care.
Bit.
He will sit down anyway.
Yeah, fair.
The smell of the food cartoonishly visible in the air travel up the nose of Jimmer, and then like actually poke him in the head first, like the scent, poke him in the head like
you
a
wake
finger.
up. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, and then he wakes up and then
Your tummy grumbles a little bit.
and then I come out and start hoofing it down.
I'll
You can
like,
see
get some
Astra's
plates for the
down there.
others.
G'day, Jim.
Ah, Astra, hello, how are you?
Yeah, good.
Ah, amazing. What's for breakfast? What's been made? What's here?
Food.
Ken just puts a plate in front of him.
Food, my favorite. Love that stuff. All right.
There's some like it's like some nice bacon and eggs kind of thing with a side of toast. Oh,
Yeah,
on
there
the
you
side.
go. Bacon and
Little,
some quail eggs.
Yeah, little
Oh, yeah.
milk on the side, yeah, and some orange juice.
Probably
except
not
it's,
milk and orange juice because you guys haven't gotten any of those ingredients. You
the
guys
one
have
we've got.
gotten boar meat, and you can find quail eggs in this area. So I'd
Yeah.
say boar, quail, and water.
Mm.
It's the best
Jim,
that
I
you
love
can
him
do.
that ball.
How does it taste? I wonder.
Good. I mean, with your crafting skill, it's
Yeah.
decent. It's nice.
Pretty easy.
Quite nice.
And I'll go get some plates for everyone outside.
Sweet as.
Take care of them.
Yasmin, Gabrielle, you guys head outside after Juliet, and you can see that she's kind of, I'm assuming Juliet kind of walking along the side of the lake.
I think she's more trying to wash her hands.
Okay, crouched down, kind of feverishly using the sand on the bank to kind of scrape at her hands and the water itself to wash away anything, but you can see that she's washing very clean but very red hands.
I turn to Yasmin and I say, Yasmin, can I please talk to Juliet alone?
Oh boy.
Yeah, go for it. I'll just sit down cross-legged and put my sword, just stab it in the ground next to me.
Alright, I walk over to Juliet.
Juliet spots him and immediately says, "Oh, I thought I smelled failure."
Oh, nice to see you too, Juliet. Look, I know we don't talk much, but some of the others said you kind of stormed out, and I thought I'd better check on you to see if you're okay. Is everything all right?
The red won't leave my hands. And I've been trying, and the stain is just still there.
What do you mean? What red? What stain? What's going on?
The blood? Hello?
Right.
From the guy I nearly killed?
Do you need anything from me? I mean, I could maybe patch it up, or...
Oh, well, actually, it would be really nice if you pissed off.
And she just immediately starts washing her hands again.
Alright. Wow. At this point, Dodgy
well,
would come out with
I'm
some
here,
plates
Juliet,
of
if you
food.
need...
Give one to Yasmin. What happened over there?
Just sit and watch. Just sit down, and I just pat the grass next to me.
I sit down. Hang on, wait. Before I do that, I'll go get the lift, and then I'll come watch. Back in a sec. As I go, I assume I walk back as Gabriel come back. You okay? Unless he's not walking away.
Yeah, no, I can. That's fine. Yes. Everything's okay. I just went to go check on Juliet and offer some assistance, but I think she's better off having some time alone right now. But I did mention that if she needs anything, I'm here.
Good job, guy. Here, have some food.
Oh, thank you there.
Kind of walk over
Mm-hmm.
to her because I've got food for her. It's gonna go to waste otherwise. Hey, how are you?
You know. Okay.
Want some food?
Yeah.
There you go. Toss it down like a plate.
Mm-hmm.
I've got a question for you.
Sure.
Why did you want to fight with me?
Why did I want to fight with you?
2-on-2, remember?
I mean,
Is
you're
it
pretty
because
tough.
Is it because you thought I couldn't fight?
No,
You
you're
thought I
pretty
wasn't
tough.
good enough?
No. You're pretty tough. I also have my own things against these guys. Kind of wanted to get my own little blood pumping, you know?
I
You're
don't
washing your hands a fair bit there.
look
blood?
at red. I can't get the red off.
Oh, easy way to do that. Pull up a towel, out of my inventory if I can from the house or something.
Yeah.
Put the towel, wrap it around the hands if she'll let me.
Yeah, she does.
Can you see it?
Reluctantly, she does.
Can you see the blood?
With the towels covering your hand, it's like big old mittens having your hands kind of clamped
Yeah.
together. You can't even see your hands.
No.
Cool. Leave that on for a little bit if you need to. Take it off, get the thought out of your mind. It's a scary thing when you're trying to kill someone. Trust me. But you just can't let yourself be drawn down to that level.
I wanted to kill him.
I could tell. Fire in your eyes. Sharp-ass blade. The thing is, you need to learn to control that. Because killing someone in here is basically committing murder out there. And although you might want to do it, it's not exactly the best thing to do. We'll find them. We'll get the revenge that they deserve. Not killing, but locking them up's a good place to start.
I'll keep that in mind.
She walks towards the house.
Mm-hmm. You walk in, Ash is just wolfing down food like, oh, this is amazing. This is really good. Oh my god, Jim, have you tried this here? Really good food.
And then I just like pull like one of the bones out of my mouth, but all the meat stays in my mouth, like Popeye style.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I
love the sound effect.
Oh, that's a cool skill.
oh yeah.
Hey, Dodger, that was great. You too, Kin.
I'm still outside.
I'm assuming. Oh, okay, you're okay. Sweet. Just Kin gets the praise. Nice
Yeah.
food, Kin.
Ah, Ken, well done, my friend.
Thanks.
Looks at you and goes. Looks at Gemma. Is that all he can say? Just
Is that it?
thanks. Yes. Hello.
Thanks.
Ken, are you a foreign gamer, or are you like? Hello.
Do you speak the English?
Okay.
Yes.
That's a bit.
All right, Gemma. That's a bit on the nose.
You want a damn firing gamer?
You don't talk
throw-
much, do you, Ken?
Nah, just I just only realised something. So
Ah. Well, this is a depressing guild to be in, so I'm gonna leave, go get drunk, and fight some people. Okay?
Bye.
Cool.
sounds fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, goodbye, Astra.
Hi, Gabriel.
As this happens,
G'day,
I'm gonna
Gabby.
collect everyone. Oh, hello, Astra.
Ruffles your
have
hair.
fun.
Walks off.
As
I guess I'll
Astra's
see you
walking
around.
out, can I catch him as he's going out?
Sure.
Hey, Astra, just wait a second. I pull up my menu.
Hey.
Up to my friend things, and I'm gonna send him a friend request, making
Aw.
him the second friend on my thing.
Looks at it and goes, yeah, alright, I suppose. Accepts it.
That was not genuine.
Oh, that's
As
adorable.
this happens, Gabriel's gonna start going around collecting, everyone's plates or food and whatnot, and start cleaning up.
Mm-hmm. Sweet as. Astra walks
I'll
off,
frisbee
uses
my
a
plate.
crystal, teleports away. Jimmy frisbees his plate.
To don't
Gabriel.
make me roll for that. Don't
Yeah,
make me roll for
Go
that.
for it, both of you roll.
Oh, I knew Josh.
Both of you roll me a skill check.
It's been 15 minutes and no one's rolled yet. Of course he's coming.
Hey.
Nailed it.
And you, Gemma?
Oh, okay.
Okay, yeah, you toss the plate, and Gabriel manages to kind of catch it and put it on the rest of the plates and take it into the kitchen. Well done.
Hell yeah.
I can give Astro a wave before he leaves and walk up to Yasmin.
Gives you a head nod and teleports away.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yazzie, whatever you prefer. I don't know.
Never that.
Good to know.
Never.
I want to try something a little bit later, but I need a sparring partner. Want to help me?
You see like a smile on Yasmin's face go. It's just like interesting, like alright. Just let me know
Sweet.
what.
Too easy. Maybe after we cleaned up and had breakfast and looked through the crates and stuff.
Okay.
Not to the death, obviously.
You can see that half the party has finished their breakfast.
Yeah. Cool. You want me to take your plate in?
Now I got it.
Alright.
So-
You guys finish your lovely prepared meal of boar, quail eggs, and water to wash it down. It is very filling, even for a game. It is quite tasty, quite filling. You can feel energized and revitalized for the day. As whoever it is would like to be inside the house at that time, you guys kind of now stand there after your food, looking at the looks like 3 smaller crates and 2 larger crates stacked in this main living area floor.
Do you think we should take a look at them all?
Honestly, I think they're trapped.
I'll look.
Well, be careful, Juliet.
I look at
Don't
Juliet
tell me
and I
what
just
to
go,
do.
Ladies first.
Juliet. So that we can open them.
You could try. You can give it your best.
All right. Juliet tries to open one of the big ones.
Okay, go to the big ones, and you kind of look at it, and as soon as you touch it, you see that a command prompt comes up and says it can only be opened by the guild leader, the owner of the house.
Oh, Dodger!
Yeah.
Open it.
No.
Okay.
Get ready to open it, but like on my guard.
Okay, so you go over, you touch the interface menu, you can see it says, would you like to open this crate?
I get my shield out and ready.
Juliet just stands there so comfortably.
I activate maximum support.
Okay.
Yes.
As you open the crate, you can see that it has a few items in its inventory. A couple pieces of furniture. There is a small number of coins
Corpses?
available on this one. No corpses. Just some basic furniture and some stuff that seems to be either packed in there from before to make more room for other stuff. But this larger crate seems to be what is the remnants of when this was actually a cottage. So there's like a sofa, there's some lights, there's some carpets, some housing equipment to make the house a little more homely, and there is a total of 300 gold pieces in the big chest. One of the big chests.
I need the money, but I should split it between the 6 of us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so 50 each.
You do also have a guild
Bank.
Yeah, guild bank. So you can put it in there if you wanted to, so it can go into the guild rather than split if you wanted to. Up to you there.
Yeah, I'll throw it in the guild.
Okay, so you can pop that in the guild. Just make a new gold thing in your thing, Dodger, and just put how much guild money is in there. But yeah, there's just a few furniture items, some shelves, some couches, carpets.
I turn to Jimmer and I say,
Hey, look, Jimmer, some shelves. Would you like to start building some?
I have no idea what you're talking about. Shelves are lame.
Character acting.
The inside jokes. Would you like to look into the second one, Dodger?
Yeah, sounds good. I'll look into the next couple of ones.
Second one is a little bit more what you expected. It seems to be equipment. Equipment that was owned by other players. You can see equipment owned by blah blah blah. Player current status deceased. Player current status deceased. Player current status deceased. A lot of these are equipment that have been taken from players that they have killed and has been stored in this chest. There are, if you're writing this down, there are.
Can I have a new note thing, please?
You certainly can. I will. You know, I'll make
Thank you, because
just a general handout, and we'll call it.
Thank you. Dead players' equipment.
Guild notes.
Cool, thanks.
All players.
Alrighty, where be this guild? I assume it's in handouts.
Yeah, we'll be there in a moment.
Easy.
All right, all yours.
Okay, let me open it first.
Just at the very top there.
Cool. I was like looking at the bottom. Okay, yeah. Okay, I am almost ready. Now I'm ready.
You have 2 sets of light armor.
Light armor. Yep.
1 set of plate armor. You have 3 long swords.
Yep.
1 buckler. And 3 daggers. As well as 1,300 gold pieces.
Okie dokie. Blood money.
Yep.
1,300. I've written it all down.
Excellent. That was the second largest crate.
Just
if any of you guys want to know what's in there, you guys can see that Guild Notes is open to anybody and everybody, and you can see how much is in there.
Alright, thank you.
On the out of the small crates, this is the largest of them. Opening it up, you can see that there is 1 token of the tapestry.
Okay.
Token of the tapestry.
1 token of the tapestry.
Seems to be a rare item. There are 2 burning cores.
Okay.
Could you please explain what they are?
We'll get to that in a minute. The next crate has 1 frozen heart.
Oh my god.
Too easy.
And the crate finally after that has 3 of the basic healing crystals.
Nice.
So that is what you find in the crates.
Okay, good to know. Okay. Looking at all this stuff, I'm probably gonna I don't really particularly want to use the blood money if I'm gonna be honest. Seems a bit bad. I'll swing a message to Edge.
Mm-hmm.
Just letting him know what we found, what we assume to be, like items of dead players and stuff.
Okay.
And
you get a message back pretty quickly saying that he can be there in 10 minutes if you wanted to chat.
Yeah, I'll chat with him a little bit later.
Alrighty.
As far as I can see right now, I don't feel particularly good using someone else's blood money, but
I don't have an issue with it.
I know you don't. But I'll talk to Edge a little bit later, and we'll sort something out on kind of the better way to use this.
Question to DM. Could we see the stuff he was looking at through his menu?
As soon as he puts it into the guild bank, the guild inventory, you can see it, but you need to request the usage of it from the guild leader, and then when he accepts it, you can take it out.
Okay, I'm just looking at all the weapon names of who the people might have been, who they might have been owned by.
A lot of names that are unfamiliar to you.
Okay, I'm still just gonna write them down in a book.
Okay, sweet. So you write down that it's about four or five people who had some loot. Yep. So about 4 or 5 names that you've written down that have passed away for this loot to have been taken from them. Yeah. And as you finish sorting through all this gear, and you guys have your little chat about what to do with it, you would hear a knocking on the door outside the cottage.
Juliet opens the door.
Okay, Dodger and Juliet both reach for it, but Juliet, you're familiar with this place, you open the door first. As you do, you can see Edge is kind of standing there, not in his regular kind of Knights of the Holy Crusade, silver tapestried armor, very beautifully embroidered, but just casual kind of just like black robes and a bit of a hood. He kind of pulls his hood down and goes, "Hey, mind if I come in?"
Yeah, sure.
Cool.
I do mind. Wow.
Yeah, okay, good for you, Yasmin. Comes in, takes a seat and goes, "So, yeah, the crates left behind. You wanted to talk about them? I mean, technically, they're yours, so."
I just don't feel comfortable using other people.
Well, I mean, they can
speak for the whole guild.
Right. Well, I mean, the fact that you made him your guild leader means that he does. And if you don't respect that, maybe that's a conversation you should have in private with your guild master.
Juliet smiles and then walks to the wall and leans up against the wall, arms crossed.
Anyway, what once belonged to other players got taken and given to Laughing Coffin. Now belongs to you. If you don't want to use it, that's totally fine. There are many places that need donations to keep players that don't want to fight up and going and surviving, so you could always do that, or you could use it to benefit the front lines and getting these dungeons done. Think of it as carrying the burden of the other players and their will to survive and to keep going, instead of blood money.
True.
Also, speaking of guilds, I've been meaning to talk to you folks a little bit. Juliet, you said Luke Steele was the guild master of Chuckling Coffin?
Yes.
Okay, so someone can only be in one guild at a time, which confuses me because Luke Steele is the current guild master of Knights of the Holy Crusade. Which
he's involved with the Chuckling Coffin. I don't know if he's the master.
Right, okay. This is concerning, because you're basically saying that the guild that I work for and pledge my allegiance to is currently the same guild that has ties with the player-killing guild, Chuckling Coffin, which is disturbing thought.
It's an accurate thought. I'm sorry, but you're a sheep. You're following someone who's not nice. He's just...
Right. Okay, well, obviously you have your predisposition to Luke Steele, which is totally fine, but there's no need to bring personal matters into this. I joined Knights of the Holy Crusade because they're the only guild who's doing something in this game to get past the levels.
They were.
Still are, whether our leader's an asshole or not. They still are. So, leaving the members out of Knights of the Holy Crusade, I came here to see if you guys would like to help me figure out if Luke Steele really is a part of Chuckling Coffin. Because once again, this could be your own predisposition to him. This could also be a front for Chuckling Coffin to try and bring down the biggest and helpful guild. So we need to find out if this information is truth, or if this information is planted by Chuckling Coffin to bring down Knights of the Holy Crusade.
It is the truth. Tell him, guys. Guys?
Look. We don't know exactly the whole details.
You don't believe me.
Down with the power.
I can't hear anyone else. Sorry.
It's just Juliet was talking. Yasmin said down with the power, and everybody else is staying quiet. Okay, whether or not they do or don't believe you, Juliet, you're only basing this off the fact that for some reason, you and Luke split paths. Now, a lot of us who watched your streams know that you guys were very close beforehand. I don't know why it is that you left, but Luke has told us that you, abandoned him, left him to die.
That's...
Okay, I wouldn't believe that part for a second.
I didn't say it was. I'm just saying that's what has been said. That is what the majority of people believe. I wouldn't be here if I believe it. He's not smiling. He's kind of just been annoyed this entire time.
Yeah.
He's just like annoyed at the fact that he's here asking another guild for help to root out evil in his own guild. He just seems annoyed at the whole situation. He's kind of like frustrated that this conversation isn't getting anywhere. But, you know, each to their own. He goes, I'm not smiling. I don't like this situation. I want to make sure that whatever's happening is stopped in the best way possible. If Luke Steele, as you say, is part of Chuckling Coffin, then I want to stop Luke Steele. If he isn't, then I want to stop Chuckling Coffin. Either way, I want to get out of this goddamn Forsaken game because I got a life on the other side I need to get back to.
Tony kind of just like looks away for a second.
Anyway, I'm coming here and asking for your help. I'm not asking for your opinion on who is right and who is wrong. I'm asking on your help to find out the facts of the matter. Is this something that you can help me with, or should I be taking this information somewhere else?
Well, I think we should help the man. I mean, what's everyone else think? I think we need to do this to figure it out.
We will definitely help, but trust me when I say, as soon as I see Luke, I won't hesitate. I will slit his throat.
I mean, yeah, if you want to end your life that quickly, by all means, you can go for that.
Watch me.
I don't know if you know him anymore, like you did before, but he is surrounded by retainers at all times.
Of course. He's scared. He can't fight for shit.
I mean, he is a support player, so that makes sense.
Well, I think we better get started then.
Whoa. Don't get ahead of yourself here.
We better get started, then.
Don't get ahead of yourself here. I'm gonna hop off the crate that I was sitting on.
Mm-hmm.
So what exactly is in it for us if we were to help here?
Well, to be honest, based on the current conversation, I don't think you're going to be that useful.
What?
To be honest, I think I'm going to take Dodger. Maybe ask some help from some other players and make a task force to make this thing happen, but the rest of you right now, I think Juliet's too emotionally bound to this case. You, Yasmin, I can't trust you as far as I throw you. Gabriel's underleveled, Jimmer seems confused, and Ken hasn't said a thing, so...
Well, hang on a second. I think we're better together.
Gabriel's under level doesn't mean we shouldn't all go.
Hold on. Let the adults talk for a second.
No, you didn't actually answer my question when I spoke.
What was your question, Ken?
How should we start?
I'd like to get to that point, but it doesn't seem that as a guild you guys can cooperate very well.
We're a team. We work better together. We are stronger together.
How about next time then I'm just gonna walk up to your guild. I'm just gonna say a half-assed quest with no real means of doing it, and then we'll see all of them spring into action and then just work together. I'm just gonna go back and sit down after saying that.
Edge kind of like does a double blink and looks at you like he's kind of just like, he's like looking at a small child, looks at you and goes, I see I've come to the wrong place. I apologize for wasting your time.
No,
Stands up and starts walking towards the door.
Don't let the door hit you on the ass on the way out.
Have fun being a sheep.
Opens the door and walks out.
I turned back to everyone and I asked,
well, what do you think we should all do? Should we go after him and take on this quest, or what's everyone feeling?
I put my hand on Gabriel's shoulder and I'm like, we were always going to go after him.
Yeah.
You know, you just can't give him an inch.
Look, as far as he's aware, the only one he really trusts is me, surprisingly. But if we're
Well-
working together as a group, we kind of work this out a little bit better. He'll talk to me about the plan, obviously, if I show interest into it, and then I can relay it to you guys.
Okay, that sounds like a good plan. Why don't you go out, chase after him, get the information, and we'll wait here and get ready.
Open my messenger tab. I'm in.
He's like,
Type
I'm
it.
outside.
Yeah. Well, I'll go out, try and, fix the relationship in quotation marks at this.
All right.
As I head out.
Dodger. Remember, there's more people than just yourself to take care of now. So
I know. Don't worry. I got an idea.
I trust you.
I'll walk out. Alrighty.
He's just sitting on the fence looking at the water.
More my speciality in talking.
Yeah,
So-
neither here.
What's your whole plan?
My plan was to find a competent enough guild that's small enough to not raise suspicion, but, seems as though you've picked an interesting guild, Dodger.
What can I say? We don't get along, we like to fight, but when push comes to shove, we work well together.
Honestly, I don't trust any of you. I just know you know the right information, and much like me, Dodger, you like to get to the point of things.
This is true. I
I
do have
don't-
a question for you, though.
Yeah, go for it.
You ever hear about the shaman incident?
I've heard it mentioned before by some people in passing, but no, I haven't heard I haven't heard the whole story. There's been a lot of incidents.
Back when, a couple days before the whole thing went to shit, people went into an orc camp to, farm experience, try and get levels up.
Right. And the leader of this group said this was only going to be a melee battle, but it turned out that there was a spellcaster.
Everyone died except one.
Right.
Make that two.
What do you mean? I only heard it was one.
I'm the second.
Oh, okay. And I'm assuming you mean the other is the person in question?
The only one that could have told that story were the people.
I suppose, but rumors fly quickly.
This is true. I don't know. Just thought I might bring up something that if he fought valiantly to the very end, like you said, this isn't me digging at him. It isn't me saying he's evil or whatever, but don't you think he would have, if he stayed till the very end, don't you think he would have noticed me?
Yeah, I mean, you make a fair point, and so does Juliet. The fact is, we have all of these minor... You, Juliet, some other people have come out and said Luke Steele have done stuff to them as well, but, I mean, it's a whole guild. There are hundreds of people that support him.
He's got a big presence on this game.
We can't just take 3 people's words, go to the moderators, and tell them that Luke Steele's a bad guy when there's going to be hundreds of people telling them that Luke Steele's a good guy. We've got to find definitive, once-and-for-all evidence that will either bring him down or, in the case that it isn't him, support him. And if we find this evidence that can crush or support him, then we can go to the moderators and show them what we got. Otherwise, as Juliet said, we're basically sheep.
Yeah. I understand. I know you're not an idiot, so...
You don't know me very well. I've come to you guys, so I haven't decided whether that's idiocy yet.
You did walk into our front door. I mean, if you didn't trust us, we could have slit your throat on sight, but hey.
Not in a safe zone.
Safe zone goes away real quickly with the touch of a button. That's all you need to be careful of.
I know, but I feel like I could take you all on.
Fair enough.
Not skill level, I mean, I've seen you fight before, but the items that you get from being part of a big guild's pretty astonishing.
Fair enough. Well, look. What do you want me to do?
I need you to promise me that you can keep Juliet under control. She won't blow this cover, and that she'll use her knowledge, she'll use her connections and her outreach to at least help this and not make it any worse by going and attacking Luke. Because if she does, she's going to die, and then they're going to go after the guild members, and then there'll be none of you left to help me.
Yeah, that was playing in my head a while ago. I can't control a girl that has her own free will, but who knows, maybe, I don't know, I doubt she trusts me as far as she can throw me. Probably a lot of the others feel the same, except for Yasmin. But we can just try and keep people on a straight and narrow. That's essentially it. They make their own decisions. She didn't kill that guy, so you can tell something's changing.
All right. I'll give you this then. And he hands over a small little silver, looks like a ring with a blue sapphire on it.
Okay, let me write this down real quick in my inventory.
Give this to Juliet. She'll recognize it. It was her and Luke's engagement ring in the game. Okay. It meant that wherever one was going, the other could be tracked. Luke doesn't know that I managed to get this from him. He always wears his, and I don't know why, probably some sadistic reason, but if you give this to her, she'll know how to track him. She'll know how to not be tracked by him, and you'll know where he is, so that way you won't have to go after him, and you won't have to run into him.
Okay.
Hopefully, if I show a little faith in the girl, she'll return the favor.
Appreciate it.
Alright, let me know if you find anything out. The tournament's coming up as well. You'd be in a good space if you could at least show that you guys are a formidable guild.
In the meantime, we'll try and get something happening for us then.
Yeah, sounds good.
You take care, Edge.
Yeah, you too, Dodger.
This whole time, I've been, like, inciting the fuck out of this guy, letting you know.
Go for it. Roll me a skill check.
Yeah. No, 10, 12, yeah, no.
Tough guy to read, but he seems forward.
Fair enough. With that, I'll see him off.
Yeah, he doesn't use a crystal. He kind of just heads to the lake and walks around it, seemingly just taking it in, hands in his pockets, looking up. It's a kind of solemn look that you've also given the world, like, you know, you once came here to enjoy it, but now you feel like a lot has been thrust upon you that was not originally intended.
This is true.
Seems as if he's going through as much, or if not a little bit more than what you're going through, but he just kind of walks around the lake before getting to the edge and then just teleporting away.
Too easy. With that, I will make my way back into the guild.
Okay.
As that happens, Kin sends him a guild vault request.
Okay. What are you requesting?
Oh.
To look at the token of the tapestry.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, sure.
Okay. So you get the token of the tapestry. This is something that you are unable to currently use. You need profession in silkwork, stitching kind of thing to use this, but it does seem as if this is very much similar to your token of the your mount, token of the swift steed, token of the mule. Very similar to that. You just don't have the prerequisite to use it at the moment.
Put it back in the vault.
Okay. Dodger re-enters the room.
How we all doing?
What's what happened out there? What's going on?
Alrighty, so I'll get straight to the point. Edge doesn't trust any of you as far as he can throw you. Makes sense. Doesn't trust me either. But he's willing to extend the olive branch first, in hopes that we don't do anything too reckless. I want to try and gather information, use whatever means necessary that we have to try and figure out the stories on whether things are true or false. I'll send Juliet the item. Edge said you'd know what this does. I really hope you don't use it in the wrong way. This is a big trust for me.
Juliet, you would receive what seems to be a beautiful silver ring with a blue sapphire in it. This was a ring that mimicked the one that he wore, and this was when you guys were in the game as partners. This basically meant that in the game you guys were basically married in game. It meant that everything you had in your inventory was shared between each other, the houses were shared, guild stuff was shared, items was shared. It also means that with this ring, if you were wearing it, you could be tracked by your partner. If you don't wear it, it means you can track your partner, but they can't track you, and it is a very familiar ring. This was yours.
She's holding it in her hand right now?
Yeah, I mean, he sent it, and you open up your the trade menu. If you accept it, you can hold it.
Okay, I accept it.
Okay, you accept it, and the ring appears in your hand, glistening like it did, a little bit tarnished over time, but as you remembered it.
Do you guys know what this is?
No. What is it?
I didn't exactly get most of the details, but
I can find Luke using this.
Well, that's perfect. That's exactly what we need.
I've been looking for this for a long time.
Great. I see at least 6 ways this goes really badly.
Yeah, so do I. Listen, I'm giving to you this in faith. It's so we can avoid him for now. Right now, he has a big online presence. Everyone seems to believe his word is absolute because he's the main guild leader of people that worried, scared, and stuff like that. Essentially, I don't trust Edge as much as I trust Edge about as much as he trusts us. Not a lot. But I feel like tackling on the problem head on is the best way to get 100 swords in our backs without even getting to him. Even if he's alone.
Okay, so what's the plan, Dodger?
Well, I've got a couple of info brokers that may know some certain situations. Not cheap, but they work. I don't know about any of you guys. I haven't pried much into your personal lives that much. I expect you keep it secret from me, but that's up to you. But since we kind of all know, apparently, that Juliet's a big streamer, maybe there are still dedicated fans like Hadric that, might be able to give us some information based on their stories, stuff like that. Right now, we're in the minority.
Here's a suggestion. How about I go and visit Luke myself with somebody else, with one other person?
Do you know how your being by yourself works? Just
Oh.
out of curiosity.
Are you quiet? You're real quiet there, Fraser.
Do you know the definition of by yourself? Just out of curiosity.
I second guessed, you smartass!
Look, in a 1v1 fight against lower guilds, yeah, good, but again, higher guilds get more loot than the lower ones. Essentially, it's like if we were like a low-level team up against people that were maybe twice or 3 times our level. It's a good way to die, yet again, especially if he is this malice that you've been saying that we kind of have been, like, hearing to. If he's exactly the way you think he's going to be, what's to stop him from just attacking you straight out the gate?
He's not going to attack me when his loyal followers are watching him.
So what exactly happened between you two then?
You haven't told us your connection.
You haven't told me yours. You mentioned that you know Luke as well, Kin.
Whoa.
I asked you first.
Wait, what?
All
Wait,
right.
hang on a second. What's going on here? Kin? How do you know
Kin.
Luke?
Speak, Kin. They all want to know, Kin.
Kin?
Oh.
Sorry, who's the one that's gone a bit power crazy with a ring in their hand?
Shut up!
Mittens?
Yeah.
Look, I think we all need to calm down right now and figure out what's going on. Kin, how do you know Luke?
Yeah, Kin.
He was the one that killed my friends before I met you.
Wait, how many?
A few of them.
I'm sorry to hear that, Kin. How
Him
did
and,
you get
Laugh.
away?
I hid. I survived by myself.
Wait.
So-
That's where you found me out in the.
Yeah.
He
Out
did
there.
it, or his followers did it?
I don't know if it was he ordered it or his followers, but I know his name was mentioned as I saw
Okay.
my friends die.
Well, we can't necessarily assume here that it was Luke. I mean, his followers could have done it on their own terms. We can't really jump to conclusions here.
Like Juliet said, people are sheep. They'll follow the biggest, loudest guy in the room. Means that usually a lot of followers will try and just, follow the rules of their leader. Chuckling Coffin, I get that name wrong a lot, usually do the same thing as far as I'm aware. The only reasons they don't do it is when they think they have an upper hand advantage, one-on-one fights, 1v a lot of them.
Well,
If you were in a party, more than likely.
Well, right now we have the upper hand. Juliet's got the ring. We'll be able to know where Luke is at all times, and I think we need to gather some more information and approach this in a very careful way, rather than going in gun-ho.
I never thought I'd say this. Gabriel, you're right. You know the best place to get some information?
Where?
Juliet, how do you know him? I am not. No. I am not gonna risk my life personally, and you guys shouldn't risk your life if you don't know what's going on here. Because she is clearly invested in this, to the point where she's probably willing to get herself killed.
Okay. Why don't we just ask? Juliet, is there anything you'd like to tell us and be open with us?
Yes. The first thing I want to say is, Gabriel, I hate you. I
knew this was coming.
The second thing I want to say
Understandable. Continue.
Was that
Jimmer comes out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Comes out of nowhere.
Jimmer just comes out of the shadows, leans on the table. Understandable. Continue.
He's like, comes out of the shower, like with a towel.
What I miss? I didn't think. What was going on?
Well, look, I think we all need to really
Are
work
you
together
telling
as a
us what to
team
do
here.
again?
I'm just stating that we need to work together and be a little bit kinder. If we want to be able to work together,
Hey,
we need
I'm
to be able to
kind.
know what
Are you
everyone's
saying
about.
I'm not kind?
All right.
No,
Let's,
I'm not saying you're not kind. I'm just
Okay,
saying
this is
we
a
need to
Then
know
what do
what
you
everyone's
think then,
backstory is.
Gabriel?
Ladies,
You're both beautiful. Let's stop this for a second. That 1-2 phrase, I love it. Alright, here, hang on. Look, it's obviously Juliet is not exactly comfortable about sharing stuff in her private life. That's understandable. I guess I can share something, but it's mainly how I know him.
Okay.
I've already said this to Edge, but, I'll just say it to you guys, because role-playing is a thing. Do you guys know about the shaman incident? First couple of days. Big thing.
Would we? Would I?
Yasvin would have heard about it, and Kin would have heard about it. Gabriel and Jimmer would have no idea what you're talking about. Actually, Juliet might have heard about it as well.
Okay.
So, those of us that don't know, basically orc camp. A lot of them, usually big brutish guys, slow, they won't hit you they'll hit you hard, but if you can dodge you. Anyway, turns out these orc camps, Luke Steele led a party of just riffraff people that didn't really know, that kind of knew how to play the game, but no guilds were formed yet. I joined it just for some easy XP, you know, bunch of us taking on orcs. Agility is kind of your strong point there. Anyway, as soon as this kind of happened, I stuck in the back because, you know, making sure I can throw my daggers, the ranged support as it were. Until as soon as we killed some of the orcs, the chieftain summoned something, a shaman. First time anyone knew in this game that enemies could use magic. Okay? As the shaman was summoned, Luke Steele ran towards the chief, got the item he was looking for, and teleported out. Without their support in the way, a lot of people died. I couldn't get close enough to help any of them, and I was the only other survivor. Upon returning, I kind of kept to myself for a bit, reason I'm a solo player. And let's say a lot of things went around in, you know, forums and stuff saying Luke Steele fought like valiantly, bravely, and he was the only one to survive. I'm the living proof that he's not. So, have shit against this guy, but obviously not as much as some of you guys. I didn't lose anyone, but a good 20 people died in that raid. It's my fault that they didn't live. Don't want the same to happen to you guys, so let's try and not be reckless with this one. This is getting depressing, though, so let's take a second to cool off for a bit. Juliet, if you want to talk about your stuff, well,
Fine.
I don't think anyone will do anything. You don't have to talk about it now, but let's get a bit of this.
You don't owe it to us to tell us,
Exactly.
but you owe it to Kim. And then I'm gonna go walk away.
Okay.
Meanwhile, Yasmin and I are gonna have a duel. I want to test some stuff out, not to the death, obviously. People want to watch, take some notes. I don't know.
You can sanction it by having somebody referee, because this is technically a safe zone.
Someone wants to referee.
Tweedledee, Tweedledum. I'm pointing to Jimmer and Gabriel.
Yes.
Juliet puts her hand on Gabriel's shoulder.
Oh.
Can I have a word with you upstairs?
Oh,
yes,
Gabriel's
of
gonna
course.
die.
Kin steps forward between to Dodger and Yasmin. I need to distract my mind, so I'll do it.
Cool.
Appreciate it. I want to test something new out.
Okay, so as Juliet leads the poor unsuspecting Gabriel upstairs.
To murder.
Yep, to murder. Yasmin and Dodger prepare their little sparring escapade with Kin as their adjudicator to sanction the duel. We'll go to the duel first. So you guys prepare, you guys accept the duel from each other. This is a sanctioned guild, so no matter what happens, there will be no death. There will not even be unconsciousness. It is back to 10% of your health. So probably the first person to knock the other person below 10 hit points will be the victor.
Too easy.
Cool. I'm going to before I accept, walk up to Kin, put my hand on his shoulder, and just say I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Hopefully this will cheer you up. I'm pretty sure Dodger's about to beat the crap out of me, so.
Hey, you don't know that. You could beat me. That's it.
I could use a laugh.
Alrighty, boys, roll me for initiative, please.
Too easy.
There's D-hunters out there.
I don't need to do it, do I?
No, you're just sanctioning the duel. You basically mean that this is a duel where no one means harm to the other person. This is just a training.
And it begins.
Oh boy, Dodger up first.
Yeah, I was talking to you about this trick earlier, Connor.
Mm.
You know what I'm talking about. So I'm gonna hold my action for the. I think you know what I'm doing.
I believe I do. When you start going through it, I'll get you to roll the appropriate things.
Hold my action with a dagger in hand, just kind of loosely holding it.
Okay.
Loosely holding it forward, and just kind of like, look, I'll let you have the first shot.
Yasmin?
I'm gonna try something very strange. I'm going to get my burning hook scar, but instead of using it to attack on him, I'm gonna try, and essentially I'm gonna sacrifice obviously my ability to do this because I'm gonna cleave and put all of my energy into this, but I'm gonna try and essentially fling the fire from the sword in his direction.
Okay, you want to throw the fire off the sword.
Yeah, in his direction.
Okay. Go for it. Roll me a D100.
And I'm just gonna plus 25 it because why not? So
yeah, why not?
I'm easier to hit.
Oh, geez, 107.
Okay. You reach up and you feel the hook scar burn on your sword, and as you do, you step forward and you lunge and you thrust the sword in a large arc, momentum carrying forward, and as you do, a small amount of the fire kind of comes off. It isn't as pinpoint as you would have liked. It's not like a fire bolt. It's more of like a
slash.
A fire slash. It kind of heads in his direction. Unfortunately, he was taking the dodge action, so I need to roll again.
Okay.
Sorry, he was holding his action. My bad. No, different thing.
Yeah,
so yeah, that would head towards him.
To
enable that, it means you do half damage to enable the burning scar. So that would be 2, 3, 4, 5. So 3. Yes. What are you doing for your held action, Jake?
Throwing the dagger up.
Too?
Pardon, Fraser?
Would that count to cleave damage too? Or
no, not at this point. Cleave damage is for when you're putting your weight behind the hit for it to hit into the thing, so not at the moment.
Wicked.
Throwing the dagger up and then teleporting just behind the flaming thing to it.
Yeah, go for it. Roll me a skill check.
51.
Okay, so 51, as it's coming towards you, you're not surprised. You're surprised by the fact he doesn't come at you. Instead, he just hurls to you, and then this big burning red scar appears in the area before you coming towards you, except you're a little bit faster and you throw your dagger up. It is a large slash, so the dagger goes through the fire and you lose sight on it, but you close your eyes, you concentrate on where it should be, and you teleport just in time, I'd say, to reduce the damage by 2, so take 1 point of damage, but you do manage to go 10 feet forward and manage to mitigate most of the flame that just appeared.
As that happens, I just say to myself, vanish.
Okay, cool, very cool. You appear, you grab your dagger out of the air, going to it instead of having the dagger go to you, and you land on the grass.
Nice.
As that's the end of Yasmin's action, because he's immediately stunned, it goes back to Dodger.
I will come in with 2 daggers. 2 stabs are better than 1.
Go for it.
I'm
One
clenched.
stab.
I may be stunned, but I'm clenched.
Oh, I got a 9 though, so
9 and 45. So you go out towards him. He is stunned, but he's kind of emanating this heat from him, from his last attack, as he usually does. And because he tried to expel the heat, it's more of an extended aura than it usually is. And as you go, the heat kind of pushes you back and puts you off your first strike. Knowing that his attack's done, he's stunned, you go for your second one. Both of those have advantage while he's stunned, so just roll again.
oh, too easy. Yeah, so 45 will hit.
Yep, 45 will definitely hit.
15 actually.
15's a little
actually might
bit.
hit.
15's a little.
No, I have 34 minus 25 is.
That's right, because you get added 25 because he also did it. So
Yeah.
30, 40. So yeah, both of those will just hit. Yeah, heat's a bit distracting, but you push through and you manage to get your 2 slashes in across the chest. 45 plus 25 is 70. 70 would get you up to still 2 points. 2 points. So a total of 4 points of damage to Yasmin.
Too easy.
Alrighty. After that, Yasmin, you are unstunned. You pull out from your thing after being stabbed by Dodger and his new move. Also, I'm surprised at the success of your own move.
Huh. He's like in my range, I'm guessing now.
Yes, he's just come up and stabbed you.
Wicked. I'm going to sweep his legs.
Okay, go for it. Roll me your attack.
Any addition to myself either. I'm just rolling.
54, that'll work.
Can I use my reaction to dodge?
I don't think this does damage. Give me a second, just
It
double
does.
check.
It does half damage.
So yeah, you'll be able to reduce
So
the damage. So
Yeah,
2 damage,
to 0.
half the 1. Well, it doesn't.
Yeah.
You can't half 1. It's always 1.
Yeah, fair.
1 is always 1. So you get swept, and as you take 1 point of damage, you get knocked on your ass.
Mm-hmm.
And I just look at him going, you shagged me! And then I'm going to take 2 steps back and wait for him to get up.
Okay. So after sweeping him, exclaiming, you take 2 steps back, and as you stand there, Jimmer, you are left alone in the room by yourself. Gabriel and Juliet, you are upstairs in the bedroom area.
Ooh la la.
Juliet, you have taken Gabriel.
Juliet walks in first.
Shut the door.
Okay.
He's gonna get murdered.
It's a safe zone, guys. It's a safe zone, I swear.
Juliet doesn't have her face towards somebody tapping stuff while I'm just trying to speak.
Fraser.
Silence!
You're just like, you're looking at the window and you can see the boys sparring on the grass as Gabriel shuts the door behind you and kind of stands in the center of the room.
Juliet, while not facing Gabriel, has clearly an annoyed look on her face. She breathes in, turns around, and smiles, but it's the most fakest smile you could ever imagine.
It's uncomfortable, Gabriel.
I quickly check my pulse, and it is over 200 beats per minute, and I'm crapping myself right now.
I am shooting myself.
You're like, he's like holding the shield up as he is in his picture, kind of like his lip is quivering. The little hair on his head that sticks up is kind of like curled down and receded into his hair. It's hiding.
She just uncomfortably stares at him for a second.
What is it, Juliet?
What's wrong?
Well, I'm wondering why you want
I
to
make you
talk
nervous,
to me personally.
Gabriel?
I mean, I'd be lying if I said you didn't. It just seems we don't really get along in here at all.
In here?
Well,
Pucker up, boys.
Want you to know that, I am here for you. I know you've been through a lot, and I'm
Really?
willing to help you. Yeah.
So that means you would help me if I needed help?
Well, I mean, it depends what it is,
I
Juliet.
can trust you?
I mean, of course you can trust me. The whole everyone can trust me. I'm here for the people.
But I'm not here for everyone. What about me, Gabriel?
What do you mean, Julia? What do you mean you're not here for the team?
I'm here for the team, but I'm just saying, would you have my back?
I mean, of course I have your back. I have everyone's back.
She smiles.
Good.
God.
In that case, I need you to help me.
What do you need help with?
When I got this house, I got a message. And I don't know if it was from Luke, but I have a strong suspicion it was.
Okay.
I think that he would want to talk again. And if I can get him alone, I could put an end to all of this.
Well,
What I need you to do is come with me. Just you and me.
but do you think that's a good idea? I mean, as everyone said, times
If I had this ring, then maybe Kin's friends wouldn't have died. Maybe Dodger wouldn't have had his tragicness happen too.
I tell you
No
what.
one has to know that I killed him. If they see my red health bar thing, I'll just say that I killed a player. It was self-defense.
Well,
You
do
have my
think-
back, right?
Of course I have your back. I mean, do you really think that
Perfect. Then
killing
in
him
that
will
case,
end all this?
let's leave tonight.
I mean, Juliet, you got to
Wait a
you
minute,
gotta
Gabriel.
think, though,
Gabriel,
if
wait,
you-
wait,
if you-
wait a minute.
She starts
Jesus
to
Christ.
starts to fake tear.
Are you saying you're gonna leave me all alone?
No, Juliet, no. I
sounds
just
like-
mean
It sounds
if
like
we
you're gonna
kill
let me do this
Luke,
all
he
alone.
dies in real life. I'm trying to.
We can't take
I'm trying to think
Yasmin.
about
He's
everything.
a psycho.
Okay, Juliet. Okay, it's okay. I lean over to try and like I put like a hand on Juliet's shoulder to try and like
Okay,
you know
don't touch me.
give her. Okay, Juliet. I'm sorry. Okay, I'll tell you what.
I'll tell you what.
I will help you.
Perfect. Okay, let's just leave tonight.
No, hang on,
Everyone will be asleep.
Juliet. Not that you're not being honest right now, but I'm a man of trust, and all I'm asking from you right now is for you to be 100% honest with me. Why is it that you want to kill Luke so bad?
Are you kidding me? Have you heard half of the people downstairs?
I know, it's
I've done.
terrible. It's horrible.
Okay, great.
But-
So we're in agreement. We leave tonight.
She leaves.
I can't take Yasmin. He's a psycho.
Wait, actually, can I go after it? And I just want to kind of like say as loudly as I
Oh
can
my
without
God,
everyone
wait.
else hearing it. Can I just say,
Look, I'll go if we take everyone with us. I think we should all work together as a team.
Listen, Luke's not gonna show up if a whole freaking small guild is there. But if I'm there with my, I don't know, bodyguard. Sorry, I didn't mean to laugh.
oh, that's horrible. Yeah, that's funny.
Right there. Yeah, right.
But Juliet, you got to think about it. Us two against all them, it doesn't sound safe.
Kin is too emotionally involved, unlike me, and Dodger is also emotionally involved. Gemma is as useful as pointing out lesbians. Yasmin, I don't know. It's just weird.
Juliet, I have to say,
Gabriel, you're either with me or you're against me.
Juliet, I am with you, but I see a lot of hurt
Perfect.
coming from you right now, and we need to think rationally about this decision.
I
we need
am.
to go in as a
we
team.
meet Luke. I expose him, and then I kill him. It's perfectly sane.
Wait, hang on
And
a second. You
with
just said, hang on. You said expose him. That's exactly what we can do. We don't have to necessarily kill him. You're a famous streamer. We could just expose him and tell everyone about it, and this would end everything. We wouldn't have to hurt anyone.
Okay, Gabriel, shut your mouth. Hello, I've tried to expose people. People don't believe me, but when I get him to admit it and maybe, I don't know, stream it, record it, whatever, then it's gonna be fine. And then I'll kill him when everyone knows.
I mean, look, you've got a fair point. We could go and see him, we could
Gabriel?
expose him, we could get him to tell the truth, and that could work. Yes, Mom? Yes, Mom?
oh my god! I quickly checked my pulse again. It is now through the roof, and I have cardiac arrest. No, I'm kidding.
Juliet just says,
Perfect. So we're in agreement. I'll try and talk to Luke now without anyone knowing, and then we'll meet him tonight. Oh, and don't tell Dodger. He will try to stop me.
Is it
Wait,
bad if
you
at
have to
this
tell
point
me
I imagine
everything
that's when
that Luke
Yasmin got
says.
stabbed?
I will tell you everything.
How are you going to talk to Luke?
I'm gonna send him a message and we'll transport and meet somewhere.
I want to be able to read every message.
Sure.
It's just gonna get a dick pic, like, right.
You said every message!
This is a family show.
It's just a penis reply.
Juliet says, of course. She flicks her hair and continues downstairs.
Alright, meanwhile outside, Dodger, your turn.
Is it really bad if in the middle of that conversation, I just imagine they're talking seriously and suddenly Dodger stabs Yasmin and he's like, "Ow! You stabbed me!"
I'll be right back.
With that, without even getting up, like standing up, what I'm gonna do is like roll onto my chest and then use my two hands to push me, like backwards into like a double foot kicking motion into Yasmin.
Okay, sure. You can like buck him.
Yeah, essentially using my martial arts dice.
Go for it.
70,
Success.
71.
Success.
Oh, that's a fail.
Oof. But you got two of them in.
I got two of them in,
Which
which
I
is
mean,
like
you don't.
average.
I don't think you take any damage for that. For
Nope.
two. So yeah, that is pretty sure yours is leveled up since then as well. Oh, sorry. Just check that. I haven't used it in a while. For chances of hitting lower by 15% for every attack. Oh,
35, 50, 65, 80.
Yeah.
So they should both hit.
Yeah, they both hit. Yasmin, you'll take 2 points of damage for each of those attacks. So a total of 4 points of damage as he plunges his hands into the ground, tucks his chest in, kicks his legs out with a double kick, and hits you square in the chest with the first kick.
And then with the second, like,
Martial arts does as much damage as his daggers. What?
Yeah, it's got a bad payoff, but he just hasn't reached that yet.
As this happens, like with the second one, like after I've done the double kick, I've just crunched over. I've gotten up and done like that axe kick down his head.
Okay,
like
sweet. See,
down.
one in the chest, smacking you as he's in the air. He pivots, twists, pulls his kick down, and as his first kicking foot hits the ground, his second one comes down onto your head. Instead of "ow, you just stabbed me," it's like "ah, you kicked me," which is a much stranger thing to hear in SAO when everything's blades.
Yeah.
But you will take 4 points of damage.
Yep. Done.
Yasmin, you decided to fight the luckiest person in your guild.
I didn't fight.
No.
He said, "Do you want a duel?" And I'm.
You accepted
being
it.
Yeah, right.
You accepted. You must accept your punishment.
Yasmin is trying to make friends here, so.
Go on, Yasmin, it's your turn.
I after he kicks me, I just look over and I'm shocked. And wait, what? All right, and then I'm gonna ignite my blade with Hook Scar, use my unlucky charm, and then go try to cleave him.
Okay, go for it.
Nice.
A bada swing bada. Oh,
yeah, that's gonna
okay.
hit.
Yeah, that's gonna hit. That is going to do a total of 2 points of
3 points of
damage. Yes, it will, because you're upgraded damage for your cleave. So yeah, 3 points of damage now, and 3 points of damage at the end of your
It's
next.
4 points of damage.
Is it 4 points of damage? There you go, 4 points of damage. So 3 and then 4.
I'm gonna dodge one of those points of damage.
Okay, so 3 points of
It's not
damage
full.
reduced to 2 as the hooked bleeding scar comes down, and as it does, the fire singes and burns, but you manage to pull your cloak up in time to absorb some of that fire damage, which means your damage goes from 2 to 1. Because your cloak is slightly
Yeah.
fire resistance.
I forgot about that, eh?
I take 1 point of damage initially.
And then I'll take the burn damage.
Yes,
later.
and then take the burn damage. Yeah, but as you do that, once again, Yasmin is stunned. Dodger, it is your turn.
Nice. As this happens, I've seen him like, oh, I guess it's all or nothing with you, isn't it? As that happens, 2 stabs better than 1.
Go for it.
2 stabs are better than 1.
2 stabs are better than 1. 22 will hit. Oh, I need to add plus 25 to these. Apologies.
Yeah, so 47.
Wait, why does he add plus 25?
Because when you reduce by your 25, they
Ah,
get
yeah.
the 25. And he also
When
has
dueling.
he gets the advantage. So that's the first attack is 46. Second attack is 49. So both of those will hit, taking 4 points of damage, which will end the duel, declaring that Dodger is the victor as he takes 4 points of damage. But as soon as the
like
duel
to,
finishes, because it is a sanctioned duel, you guys go back up to full hit points each.
Yeah, I do like that stab like right in the chest, and as like he's like stunned, crouched over, like leave the dagger in there, pole vault over him, and get him in the back.
Ah, yes, the double dagger spit roast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine Jimmer has no idea what's going on, opens the door, sees it, and just goes, oh!
And then as that happens, like just as the duel finishes, I teleport the daggers back to me as a reaction.
Easy
Just
enough.
before back
You guys are back up to full, so adjust your tokens as necessary. Can
Can
you
I?
declare it? And Jimmer, what have you been doing this whole time?
I want to be getting ready, as if like prepare, like getting all of my armor and my weapon, like my sword, and I want to be getting ready as with the intention of going to fight the next boss.
Okay, I mean, the tournament is first, because you guys still haven't collected your new weapons from Hadric. That's in a day or two that you'll get your new weapons. And then it's the tournament, and then you'll be able to do the new boss.
Cool.
If you wanted to. That's if it, people, you could skip the tournament and go for the boss if you wanted to. It's just the tournament's a very good way to get some gold, some XP, and some really good loot.
Yeah. Alright, well, just chill out.
Okay. All good. Okay. After the sparring match happens and after the discussion happens.
With that, I pick like Yasmin up and was like, "Well, you're at the scale. It's yours now."
I told it, and I'm just like, you fight like an asshole, right?
Yeah, I know.
I go up to them and I just give them both a pat on the back and say, "Good duel."
It's always fun
I
fighting
just look at
Yasmin.
McKin and I go, I told you this would happen.
I go and like help Yasmin. I was like, "Yeah, come here."
2 days in a row.
You guys head back into the house. As you do, you can see Juliet come down the stairs, followed by Gabriel, and Jim is still sitting in the place where you left him.
Hey!
Has she still got these towels on her hand?
I haven't heard her take them off yet, so I assume so.
I just look in her direction, nodding her mittens, and then I just keep walking.
Nice.
Okay. I want to go punch something. Are we gonna do something soon?
I mean, it is a journey to head to Hadrix. It might take you from where you guys are now. You gotta head back to the Town of Beginnings, then from Town of Beginnings head to the second floor. Then from the second floor head to Hadrix. So if you want to make it to the tournament on time, you guys should probably start heading to Hadrix to collect your gear.
Well, shall we?
It's probably the best idea if we want to go get our gear. Since we're using the stuff to our full effectiveness, what's everyone wearing in terms of armor?
I believe I don't have any armor.
Kin wears light armor.
Oh.
Yep. Juliet wears plate. Jimmer wears plate. Gabriel wears full body heavy armor. Yasmin and Dodger, you also both wear light, but Yasmin can also wear medium armor.
Too easy. We only have leather and.
Yeah, you only have leather is light armor, leather armor, and the plate armor is what Juliet and Jimmer wear.
Is that medium armor?
The plate armor does classify as medium armor, so you could wear it, but you are wearing light armor at the moment.
What would happen if I was to put it on?
Your defense would go up a little bit. Your skill would go down a little bit.
My skill would go down for that.
Yeah.
The skill would go up, it means.
Sorry, your DC would go up. It'd be harder to do skillful stuff because you're used to being light and nimble.
Never mind then.
It's all good. But these sets of armor actually are an improvement on what is already being worn by some people. These are uncommon sets of armor, all of them.
Well, if I'll pick up the light armor then.
Okay. So you now have light uncommon armor. This basically means that you can enchant it now better. You have a higher success of being able to put items in it. And you can have it changed, repaired, all that kind of stuff, except for the common armor that couldn't really have anything done to it.
Yeah, but I have like the cloak I can put over this uncommon
Yes,
armor.
yes, your cloak is a cosmetic defensible item.
Too easy.
Anybody else want to take any of the gear?
What else is there?
It's all on the list, buddy.
I look at Kin and I grab the light armor out of the guild thing and I put it in his inventory.
In mine.
Yeah.
Am I able to grab?
I accept, and I put it on.
Okay, you now have armor that is easier to upgrade and has more slots for you to put upgrade materials into, crafting materials into. Gabriel, what were you saying?
Sorry. Am I able to grab a? Actually, has anyone taken those daggers yet?
I was about to take 2 of them.
Oh, okay. I might. Take
Or do you
the
want-
sword then?
Oh, I didn't go.
Are you gonna start multi-classing, Gabriel?
Well, I was gonna go with the daggers and use them as like a throwing device, but if Gemma wants it, that's fine.
So
Yeah, I might start
either
with
way,
multiclass.
you'd have to start multi-classing.
Am I able to do that like well or efficiently, or is it too much?
It's slower to multi-class, but there are like pros and cons to it.
Okay. Would you say to be very detrimental to me at this stage?
I wouldn't say it
or-
would be detrimental. It just depends on what you wanted to do with it. Multi-classing is hard because you have your main class, which is your focus class. It's what you do. It's what you work on. It's what you train on. It's easier to level you up because you're already at a high enough level where your abilities are buffing you and helping you get there. Multi-classing basically means you're starting at level 1 in another class. So you're like level 6. You're a level 6 Titan shield bearer. You'd be a level 1.
Yeah.
Basically a level 1 Dodger. You'd be what Dodger was when he was level 1. So you wouldn't be doing a lot with the daggers, and it'd be a slow process to level them up to what you want them to be. But then because you're leveling up in your daggers, you wouldn't level up in your shield. So you're sacrificing level up in one for level up in another. However, like say for someone like Jimmer, if he started multi-classing into like Yasvin's stuff, it might help a little bit because he's still using the same weapon. He's just doing it in a different way where the abilities can stack. He can use the abilities to stack and kind of combo together. So like what you were saying is you want to use a separate weapon to do separate things, which doesn't combo with your shield. It just means that you just have a slower route to take. There's nothing wrong with that. It's completely up to you. It's just going to mean you're going to level up a little bit slower compared to the others, but that's totally fine.
Could I just take a dagger and not necessarily use it anytime soon, but just have it just in case as like a second?
I mean, the daggers you can take them wherever. You can keep them in the guild vault. You can keep them in your inventory. It doesn't matter where they are. The daggers are there unless they're taken.
Okay, I'll take 1 dagger.
Okay, so you take 1 dagger, Gabriel.
And can I take the other 2?
Yeah, by all means. If Dodger allows you to, it's Guildmaster.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
Oh,
So
well.
You said there was a long sword in there.
there were 3 long swords in there.
Can I grab one?
Okay. Once again, like Gabriel, it is an unfamiliar weapon, so you start multi-classing down what Jimmer does.
Okay.
But you can certainly take one.
Yeah, I'll still take one.
Okay.
Hey, Dodger,
Yeah.
can I take the plate armor?
Yeah, go for gold. I'm not
going to
using
equip it, but I'm going to have it in my inventory.
Okay. So you have the plate armor in your inventory. So the 2 light armor's been taken, the plate armor's been taken, 1 long sword's been taken, and the daggers have been taken. Token of the tapestry has been taken and put back in.
What does the burning core do?
They give you fire damage on weapons. They also remember the
the burning cores were the very, very rare drop from the crowds that you guys fought.
they'll give you a fire damage on your weapons +1. They'll give you -1 damage on armor, and if you wear a shield, you can reflect 1 burn damage.
Yeah.
I think that's correct.
Yes.
Wait,
Cool,
so you will do more damage to armor.
No. If you have it on your weapon, you deal an extra point of burn damage. If you have it on your armor, it reduces 1 burn damage. Armor or cosmetic item. Jake put it on a cosmetic cloak. He paid a little bit extra to get a cloak. So armor or cosmetic item, it will reduce the burn damage. If it's on a shield, it'll reflect damage as burn damage. One burn damage, it will reflect back.
Ooh. Could I put that on my spike shield?
Nope.
Your spike shield.
You can't put anything else on your spike shield, Cooksy.
Your spike shield is still full. If you take the spikes off, you could then put it on, but your spike shield is still an uncommon spiked shield. What did you get? What's his face to make you? Hadric.
Shit. You gotta make a shield.
Gabriel.
No, I didn't take anything. I didn't do anything.
You didn't get Hadric to make you anything.
No.
He wasn't there.
No,
Not from
he
me.
was
Ah,
not
yeah,
there.
no, sorry, that's right. I did it in your absence. I was just, you didn't tell me what you wanted him to make during that game. You have the materials for him to make you armor, shield, weapon.
Oh, okay, sure.
What would you have wanted him to make when you missed that game?
Oh, probably a new shield then.
Okay, in
Yeah.
that case, you could then take either the burning core or the frozen heart and put that into your new shield.
I'll take a burning core.
Okay, so you take the burning core. Because the shield, depending on how it comes out, because you got a decent one, there is a chance that you could actually take the spikes off and put the burning core and the spikes on your new shield. It just depends on how high Hadric rolls.
Oh, okay, sure. Okay, so sorry, just to clarify, what do I have at this very moment? So I've got the new shield.
No,
I've got
you
nothing
don't. You don't have the new shield yet. You guys are about to go and leave to go get your new items. That's why you guys are leaving to go to Hadrix to collect your new weapons and to give him any items you want to put in them to make them better. So
Okay, gotcha.
Gabriel's taking one burning core. Anybody taking the other one?
I'm not. I was gonna take the frozen heart.
Yeah. Frozen heart is the sister regent to the burning core.
Yeah.
Sure.
So you take-
I'll take the other one. Kin will take the other
Okay.
one.
Ken takes the second burning core. Anyone want to take the 3 basic healing crystals?
Kin goes up to Juliet and says, "I think you should take them."
She used a lot of them, so yeah.
Yeah, good point.
Okay. So Juliet, if you'd like to, you can take 3 basic healing crystals.
Yes, I will. I'll take the 3.
All right, and after you sort out your gear, I'm assuming you guys start heading to Hadrix.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys take your teleportation crystals out. You guys head to
Buckler?
You could certainly take the buckler if you'd like to.
Yeah, I'm just gonna have it in my inventory.
Sure thing. You take the buckler. You guys teleport to the town of beginnings, mount up on your tokens of your mounts, and start your arduous 2-day journey to Hadrix. Now,
Hope
actually,
everyone's
on these steeds, it's probably like a little under 1.5 days.
I hope everyone has written it down in their inventory.
Yeah. Make sure
Yeah,
you've
got
written down those items in your inventory, because they will be deleted off the guild notes at the end of this game, unless Dodger does it first.
I'm doing it now.
All right.
I already, yeah. So,
And the day and a half passes, leaving you with one day before the tournament. You guys arrive at Hadrix. You see, once again, like usual, sitting on his rocking chair in front of his porch, his little quillboar pet that he has grown up considerably and is now no longer an adolescent quillboar, but an adult quillboar, and it's kind of just really fat. Hadric is fat, but this quillboar is also fat. Hadric has been feeding both of them very well.
Nice.
And he's kind of just rocking back in his chair, and he kind of sees you coming and goes, well, if it isn't my favorite guild.
Hey,
Hey.
Drake, how are you?
hello.
How you
Hello
doing?
there. Good. I'm so glad you came. I thought that if you hadn't come to collect your items, I might have to presume you dead. But I'm glad that you are in fact alive. Well,
Yeah,
don't be shy. Come on. I've got your gear waiting for you.
I approach him and can I start making my shield?
Pretty mate.
Yes.
He's made it.
Young Gabby, your shield has been made.
Oh, fantastic.
You don't make the shield. You're not the blacksmith.
My mistake. I got my words twisted.
Exactly. It's all right. Come in. Let's have a look at your gear. First of all, for the guild leader, young Dodger, have you brought anything you would like to imbue in your weapon?
Nah.
Sorry, what was that? What was that?
Have you got anything you'd like to imbue in your weapons?
Sorry, you're like roboting hard for me right now. Like,
your weapons.
Yeah, you got 2 daggers, and he's asking what you'd like to imbue in each dagger.
So I only had the frost thing, so I guess I can only imbue frost in one.
And then you gave the scale to Yasmin, so...
Yeah, well, the scale was only armor pieces, like shields and armor.
Yes, and you could
You
have
said-
put that to your cosmetic item, then move the core to the weapon. That's okay, though.
No.
But yeah, Frost Heart is totally easy. He takes the Frozen Heart from your inventory and imbues it into one of your weapons. Whenever you strike out with the Frozen Heart, you have a chance to slow your enemy.
Too easy, okay.
Basically means that their movement is reduced to half, and when they try and make an attack against you, it has a -5 penalty to it.
Too easy.
When the Frozen Heart works alongside the burning core. Doesn't matter if it's a weapon or an armor or anything. Your burning core unfortunately won't get a bonus. Because the burning core is mainly a damage dealing bonus thing. So if it was in the dagger and the frozen core was in an item, it would get the buff. But seeing as the frozen core is in the attack item and the burning core, so frozen heart's the attack item and burning core is the defensive item, the frozen heart will get the bonus from the burning core. When you deal damage with your frozen heart to slow the enemy, you'll also deal an extra point of frost damage.
Too easy. Okay.
Yeah. In the case if you had burning core as a weapon and frozen heart as your secondary, you would do your normal burn damage, and then you would have a chance to inflict a burn effect, like this is inflicting a frozen effect.
One.
So just for your knowledge there, but you have your 2, and what did you bring back? Was it rare or uncommon?
I brought a rare back.
You brought a rare. You brought a You brought a rare back, so that'll be... Let's see.
And I brought like the frost imbued metal too.
Yes. Yes, and the frost imbued metal. Yeah, so 77, that'll work. Unfortunately, lucky the one didn't. 77, totally work. The frost imbued weapon will take effect. The frost in the weapon will basically increase any frost damage you deal by ×2.
Okay, so doubled.
It doubles any frost damage you deal.
Okay, cool. Is there a special name for it, or just military daggers rare?
These will be your Hydra scale daggers.
Again, you cut out, sorry.
These will be your Hydra scale daggers.
Okay.
And they are rare. Rare Hydra scale daggers.
Okay, cool.
They're called Hydra scales because it basically looks like the metal's been forged, as if it's like got overlapping scales along the dagger's blade.
Too easy. And I put my frozen heart into the Hydra scale daggers.
Yes,
correct?
exactly.
Cool. Sorry, you're just roboting so much. I'm sorry to be a pain.
All good. Gabriel.
Hello.
He presents to you the shield. You, I believe, had a... Let me just see. I should have put it in your inventory. Yeah, no, you had an uncommon, so I will roll you your roll. Okay, yours also succeeds. You, your shield comes with an innate effect, a passive effect, just like Jake's daggers does. Because when your character was fighting the Hydra, it got bathed in the fire. It basically has the reflection of fire. So if you were to take fire damage, you would reflect 1 point of damage back onto the enemy. Additionally, you want to put the burning core in your shield.
Yep.
Which is also a reflection of fire ability. Which means, because you were stacking the 2 reflection of fire abilities, it actually gets a bonus buff. So whenever you take fire damage, you reduce the amount of damage you take by 1d4, and deal that amount of damage back to your enemy.
Fantastic, alright.
Yeah.
Hey, Dodger.
Yeah.
You've got a burning core, right?
No, I used it on my sick-ass Coke.
Yeah.
Would you be able to swap it out for your for the fire scale? Because they would do the same thing, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
This is true, yeah.
Just
Yeah,
a
I could probably do
suggestion.
it.
I'll let you think about it.
Yeah.
Actually, would I be able to try and do that? Because I've got the blacksmith.
Yeah.
Job.
You haven't reached enchanting yet for blacksmith.
Okay.
You could give it a go though. It'd be hard.
I'll give it a go, I guess. What's the worst that would happen? I'll just fail at it, or
Let's see. Yeah, no,
I'm
you
a beta
haven't-
tester though.
You haven't tried it yet though.
Okay, then I'm gonna ask Hadric what would happen.
You'd probably end up breaking the item and the crafting regent.
Would you be able to take it out for us?
Yes, quite easily.
Fantastic. How much would that cost if it was quite easily?
Well, if anybody asks where you get your equipment, just say that Hadric made it for you. A little bit of a sponsorship deal. How about that?
Absolutely done.
Excellent. The Drifting Wind, sponsored by Hadric's Blacksmith and Enchantery.
Actually, there's a nice ring to it.
Well, there you go.
Sweet.
Alright, he'll take the Dragon Scale out. The Hydra Scale. The Hydra Scale is actually better than the Burning Core for defensive purposes, so you will actually mitigate 2 points of fire damage.
Sorry, question for DM.
Yes,
Just
Gabriel.
confirm that new shield.
Yes.
Has he, or can I add the spikes to that? Taking the
He
spikes
can.
off my old shield.
Same deal. As long as your guild, he can make little minor adjustments. As long as the guild,
Yeah.
is sponsored by Hadrix, and you keep coming back to Hadric, he'll do it for you.
Yep. Okay, thank you.
But yes, you can move the spikes onto your new shield. You have the burning core on your new shield, which means your new Hydra scale tower shield is the one that you'll probably want to use the most. If he does take the spikes off, though, there is a chance that your old shield will break.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I want to start using my new shield anyway and use that as my main.
Alright, let me roll. Come on, Hadric. Nah, unfortunately, he does have a low DC, but that is going to break. So your shield will break, but the spikes get transferred over to your new Hydra Scale Tower Shield. You've got your Burning Core, your Hydra Scale Tower Shield, and you've got its innate ability. So reduce 1d4 and deal it back to the enemy. And then also your Spike ability is now on that shield as well.
Great, thank you.
Then we got Jimmer. You asked for a... Oh. Jimmer?
Yeah.
What did you ask for Hadric to make you?
What's?
Jimmer, buddy, you there?
He said armor.
Yeah.
He said
Oh, armor, sweet. And are you going to put? Do you have any items you want to put into it?
No.
And what did you bathe your metal in? I think it was fire.
Yeah, it was something like that. Yeah.
Okay, so you have your Hydra scale plate mail.
Mm-hmm.
And that basically just reduces the amount of fire damage you take. Did you have rare or uncommon Hydra Fang?
I think it was uncommon.
Okay. Yep, that works. So you'll basically reduce the amount of fire damage you take by 1 whenever you take fire damage.
Cool.
But you have uncommon Hydra Scale plate mail.
Cool.
That is your new armor. Then we got Yasvin.
I had the better rod, like the really good rod, but just the uncommon fang.
Uncommon Fang. And what did you get your rod bathed in?
Fire.
Fire,
But
sweet.
it was like the better one. I don't remember what you said about
Yeah,
it.
you rolled really, really high. It was the, yeah, no, I know what you mean. And you were also putting the Burning Core in this new weapon?
Yes.
Okay. Uncommon. Because it is the better rod, you will get 2d100. 81, okay. So with the special breath weapon that you had on your rod, it basically just means that the enchantment goes up. So your base fire damage that you will deal, so you've basically got a double stack of that. Then you're putting the Burning Core in, which triples the stack of the fire damage you do. So what means, we'll go through yours later, just because you've also developed that new ability that you did, that shooting flame that you have.
Yes.
So I'm talking to Yasvin, Gabriel.
Oh, sorry, I think you're talking to me.
No, not to Yasvin. So with your 3 stack, you'll be doing obviously more fire damage, but I'm also thinking of giving you some alleviations on your new ability you just made. So leave that with me, and I'll get back to you. But you have your Hydra Scale Scimitar,
Cool.
and that is a very rare item.
Okay. Awesome.
You rolled really high, so yeah, very rare. Kin, you had your rod, and I think you had the rare Hydra Fang.
Yes.
Okay.
Rare.
And you bathed your ore
Ember.
in ember. Excellent. Alrighty. So yours is, yep, looking good. So yours is your new spear. You also have the Burning Core.
Yes.
So you can put that on for a double stack. Basically means when you attack somebody with your Burning Core, you roll 1d4 and deal an additional 1d4 fire damage.
Cool.
Yeah. Cool. So you'll do your normal damage and then your extra d4 of fire damage once per round, though. So obviously if you're doing a multi-attack, it isn't per multi-attack, it's once per per round.
Yeah.
Sweet. And that's the same for you too, Gabriel. That's once per round. So if you use your reflection, it's once per round. You can't just use it on every attack that hits you. So you might want to choose, okay, this is the attack I want to reflect the damage onto.
Okay.
What do I call that?
This would be your rare Hydroscale Spear.
Ooh.
I gave I didn't give Yasmin the Hydra scale. I gave him the scale,
The Drake Scale?
the Drake scale.
Oh, yeah, that's fine. Similar effect.
Too easy.
Yeah, I gotta get back to Yasmin's anyway, so I'll keep that in mind.
Too easy.
And last but not least, Juliet, you had a rare fang, I believe,
Yep, rare Hydra Fang.
and yours was bathed in your metal.
I don't know if I bathed it. I do, because I never got to really fight any of them. But they all did fire at me at the same time. Could that be the cannon?
I think you rolled a d4 for it.
There's also, I did get drenched in poison.
Right, no, I did get you to roll a thing that was on my part. Give me a second to check my notes. Sorry, one moment, guys.
There's okay.
That's right, Juliet was a special case. Okay, yes, Juliet, I need you to roll me 1d100, please.
1d100? Is that what you said?
Yes, you have a fluctuating ore rod.
Oh!
19?
I got 100
okay.
before, if that means anything.
Nope, it does not. It means that you wasted that 100. It means that Hadric only gets one roll. Okay, he just succeeded. So, you had, when you got hit by that beam that hit you, and I got you to roll that, whatever, I think it was a d4 that I rolled you basically got a fluctuating rod.
Okay.
Basically means that none of the enchantments stuck, but they were fluctuating through each of them. Now, if Hadric could work with the rare Hydrofang, which you got, rather than the uncommon Hydrofang, it would give him a chance to roll normally, without disadvantage. If he succeeds, which he did, he would be able to get 2 of the 4 abilities on the one item.
Hey.
So I need you to, you get to pick. Poison, ice, fire, or... what was the last one? Poison, ice, fire, acid. Yeah, poison, ice, fire, or acid.
Or chomping power.
No chomping power.
Oh, damn.
So you got frost. You basically got frost, ember, acid, poison. What kind of?
Chomping? No.
You can pick 2.
Man. You know what? Just as a little stick towards that poison bitch, I'm gonna choose poison.
Poison and.
Oh, poison and ice.
Poison and ice. Sweet as.
Poison and ice and everything nice.
He succeeded. So basically, it means that you have a fluctuating Hydroscale saber.
Okay.
That sounds so cool.
It basically means that you can either choose to poison or freeze your enemy. Now, the freeze is just like Jake's. If you freeze your enemy, it means for their round that they have their reduced attack by 5, and they also have their halved movement. If you poison an enemy, it means each turn until they are able to relieve themselves of the poison, they'll take 1 point of damage.
Okay, great. Cool.
Sweet as. That is everybody's new items. Hadric goes, well, I'm glad they all succeeded. I'm hoping that these weapons, and you can see that he has an imprinted stamp of an anvil, kind of like bathed in fire and magic with magical runes on it as like his symbol and his logo. I hope you don't mind I added a little touch of flair to the items.
Looks pretty cool.
And on the other side, as you rotate him, so on the other side of whatever, so if it's the shield, it's on the inside of the shield. So you see it, it's not too front on, but he has devised what seems to be a symbol of the drifting winds. Very much like Fraser's kind of cloud background, but the drifting winds, it's like a cloud being pushed by winds. And he's kind of just emblazoned that on each of your items. He goes, I thought I'd put this on to give you a sense of camaraderie. Even when you're fighting alone, your friends are behind you. In your case, probably yelling for you to lose, but hey, at least the sentiment's there.
Well, it's appreciated.
Of course. You should get some rest. Come in for some food and, well, tomorrow's the big day.
I've got one last thing I need to do before I go in. Have some food. Sorry to be a pain.
Oh, of course. No. It's totally fine.
Thanks. I'll see you guys back here a bit later.
Alrighty then. Farewell, young Dodger. The rest of you should come in and have a bite to eat.
I might just get some fresh air.
Of course.
Hadric, would you be able to... Do you trade wares at all?
I do sometimes, yes.
I was wondering if you potentially had any uncommon light armor that you'd be willing to trade for some uncommon plate armor.
I don't normally have pre-prepared things, but uncommon light armor without anything on it I should be able to make by tomorrow morning.
Could I help you? and hopefully get some experience. I've just recently taken on the blacksmith profession.
Interesting. Alrighty, I suppose if you help around the forge, I'll allow it, and I'll get you to clean up afterwards. That could be some help. Come on in, boy. Let's see how well you do.
Okay.
All right, go for it. Roll me 2d100s.
Come on, buddy. We believe in you.
Come on.
Just give me a sec. It beats my skill check.
Yeah, I mean, you're learning at a steady pace, and eventually he makes you clean up everything, then takes the common armor off you and gives you the uncommon armor. He also gets you to help him with a few of his own personal projects, just time-wise, because he's not getting you to pay for it. And so, all in all, you spend most of the night with Hadric. You get like about 4 hours rest, which for Yasmin is just enough to live on.
I'm gonna gather from Yasmin's backstory. He doesn't sleep all too often.
Yeah, so say 4 hours is probably just enough for Yasmin to toss and turn and have nightmares and still wake up with enough energy to fight in the morning. Enough energy to at least contemplate living. But he thanks you for his help and goes, well, you do better than most, young Yasmin. He does emblazon in the leather his symbol as well as the new Drifting Winds symbology onto your armor.
Fantastic.
But yeah, you have some nice new uncommon armor.
Fantastic. And it's just the same to the DCs and stuff like that?
The DC for your armor, I'll let you know. I don't have my note page for the armor and the weapon upgrades open later. I will have to do it for all of you now that you've gotten your upgraded weapons and your armor. So we'll do that after the game. But yeah, you guys all have your stuff. Some of you, Dodger, head off to do some other things. Juliet, you head off to get some fresh air. Juliet, as it starts getting close to being nighttime, it's about mid-afternoon.
Yeah. First of all, Juliet attempts to message. I don't know if you remember last game, Connor.
Mm-hmm.
The message she got, you didn't specify if it was from Luke. However, it was very safe to assume that it might have been. Because it was like, ha ha ha, it's yours now, or something like that. Like, he said something along those lines. Or she, depending on who it was.
Yes.
Juliet attempts to reply to this message.
You would know because he's in your friends list unless you've deleted him. But I feel like Juliet probably wouldn't have deleted him from the friends list.
Okay.
So it was from him, so you can reply.
Okay, great. I reply, and I say something along the lines of, "Are you involved with the tournament? And also, can we meet and just talk, or don't you have the balls?"
You would get a message probably quite quickly afterwards, so maybe about 5 minutes after you send your message, you would get a reply. My darling Juliet, of course I'm going to participate in the tournament. Perhaps we could meet beforehand and make amends, just you and I.
Ooh. She replies back saying, can she bring a friend? He's too afraid to be alone at night.
He replies back and goes, by all means, please bring this friend. I would love to meet who it is you've replaced me with.
She replies saying, K.
Lowercase k, full stop.
KK.
You reply with K and he goes, much love, my darling, from your steel sword.
Oh my god. Juliet literally goes, ugh, like out loud.
But as the last of them, he does. You do get a location tag on that message that shows you that on the outskirts of the second town, there is a small temple. It is not a safe zone. It is actually a hunting zone. But it is a small temple on the outskirts behind, kind of about half an hour from the tournament location. Okay. On the outskirts of the second town, it is a temple. Nothing special about it. It's just one of the many buildings spread out amongst Ironcrad. But this temple seems to pray towards the gods, quotation marks, the moderators. It's kind of a bit of a nod to them, kind of going, oh yeah, we're so special. Let's make a temple to ourselves. It's like me as the GM making a temple in D&D towards the person who created the world. That kind of thing.
Yeah.
So it's very up Luke Steele's alley.
Okay, Juliet goes back into Hendrik's little place.
And
she just goes, hey, Gabriel?
Yes, Juliet?
Can you help me? I'm just trying to. I want to go get a shield, but I don't know which one to get.
Oh, yes.
And
of course,
she gives him eyes, like you know what it is. Come on.
Hey. All right. Do you follow Gabriel?
Yeah. I'll go along.
All right. So you guys head outside and go for a little walk.
So, what is it, Julia?
Kin waits until they're like a few minutes and then heads out the door.
Oh, okay. Roll me a skill check.
Bow chicka wow wow.
Ken, you wanna? Oh, there we go.
Yeah, he's rolling.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, so I don't know what happened with that roll then.
Yeah, that was a weird roll, but that's okay. So yeah, you guys head off. A couple minutes later, Ken, you kind of head in their direction, and I'll tell you what you would hear, Ken.
Knowing that she was a little bit awkward trying to get Gabriel out, can she roll maybe a perception check to see if they're being followed?
I'd say
that's metagaming.
It could be, but at the same time, I did think as Juliet, I was like, oh, I hope no one follows us.
I'd say based on your current conversation pattern with Gabrielle, I'd say you wouldn't have. You would just assume everybody's too busy to be worrying about you.
Okay.
So I wouldn't allow, but if anything suspicious happens, I will get you to definitely roll.
Okay, all good.
He agreed to meet with me.
Luke.
Yes. No, Shrek. Of course, Luke.
So you threw in my swamp.
Okay.
Okay.
What are you doing in my temple?
Well, I'm slightly annoyed. I'd really like to meet Shrek. No, okay. What do you want to do, Juliet?
I'm gonna go meet him. And I kind of mentioned that I'm bringing a friend. I didn't say an acquaintance. I thought that'd be weird. So,
Right.
yeah. Luke, when he and I were together, if any guy would be near me, he'd get kind of jealous. And over this message, I kind of feel like he kind of is. So we're going to tell him that we're together. I can't say that with a straight face. But yeah.
Look,
I love it.
Juliet, I think you're a
Hang on.
wonderful person.
You arrive at this
I
point,
respect
Ken, and
you.
kind of peek around the side, and you hear "I respect you," and then continue, Cripsy.
I respect you, Juliet, and I think you're a great person, but I also know you're going through a lot of hurt. And I've had a lot of time to think about this thing you want to do. And look, I'm going to stand my ground and say that I think it's best we all go together as a team. I think you should share this among everyone, Juliet. It's not that I want to do wrong by you, or not that I don't want to help you. I just want to make sure you're safe. I'm literally trying to save you. I don't think it's a good idea you going alone and even bringing me with you. I think you need
Juliet, at this point, you probably would have phased out and started ignoring Gabrielle. Roll me a skill check.
Juliet's just thinking,
Huh. I wonder if there's haircuts here. Kind of long.
Juliet, are you listening?
For all intents
Yes,
and purposes,
no.
she does look like she's listening. I'm just getting her to roll a skill check. In my mind, when someone phases off, they just look around and start looking at things. I want to see if she notices if Ken's watching.
oh, so did you say check?
Yes, roll a skill check.
Oh!
Oh,
Okay, you would notice. You do sense that there is another presence listening in, especially being a streamer where people were always following you and watching you. You are in tune to stalkers and such, but it does seem as if someone is kind of back the way you came. There is someone who might not be involved in this conversation that is listening in, or someone who's followed you or just passing by and might have caught on, but you do sense that there is another presence nearby.
Juliet in her head says.
Oh, God. Think, Juliet. Think.
So Juliet never actually revealed where she was meeting Luke with Gabriel.
No.
So knowing that she might, or having the inkling that she might be being watched, she grabs Gabriel by the shirt, pulls him in and kisses him, pushes him back onto the floor and says, "Fine, I never liked you anyway," and bolts.
Oh, it's Julia! It's Gabrielle's first kiss!
Aw.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's horrible.
Right in the way that Gabriel should get his first kiss. Being
Yeah.
kissed and then thrown to the dirt.
Ken, that was really confusing to listen to and watch.
Yeah, it would be with their relationship.
Yeah. Especially when it's like, I respect you, but I don't want to do this thing with you. Maybe we should get the others to come and help.
Yeah. It's a lot of weird implications and innuendos as Juliet runs away.
I sent a message to Dodger.
Mhm.
Oh god.
And type, I think Juliet is up to something.
I'd probably be in Tiffany's house, Tiffany's workshop.
Oh, you're heading to Tiffany's?
I was heading into Tiffany's.
Damn, okay, you're heading to Tiffany's. Yeah, so
Yeah,
you teleport back to the town of beginnings. Sorry, second town.
No, she's second floor.
Second floor. Yes, you head back to the second floor and you head over to Tiffany's.
Because she's really good with cosmetic items.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They are very good with cosmetic items.
Yeah, we don't judge. 'Cause I was thinking I could take the burning core out and put the Hydra scale in.
Mm-hmm.
And I would have like gone to Tiffany and be like, see if she could do it. Well,
You walk in, it's like, oh my god, my darling, how are you? It's so wonderful to see you again. It's been so long.
I know, Tiff. We need to catch up more often.
Oh my god, we just do. Are you free for tea after this?
Unfortunately, no. I gotta get back to this guild that I'm now a part of.
Oh my god, you've got to tell me all about it next time you're free.
Oh, of course. I do actually have a request, if that's okay with you.
But of course, darling. Anytime. What is it I can help you with?
Honestly, I am loving the cloak. It is
I'm glad.
top notch. However, I need some alterations to it.
Okay.
I've got this Hydra scale, red one. It's a little bit better to put this in it than the burning core, if you know what I mean.
Right. I see you've had someone already take it out for you, which is actually done quite well. Very, very tender hands they have.
Yeah, so I was wondering if I could get you to, refashion this for me, please. I wonder how long. Don't know how long it'll take, but
I could probably do it. I mean, the cloak's already there, and as you know, it is perfect, darling.
Yeah.
So I can put that Hydra scale in for you quick snap, but I might need to make a few more alterations. I see that a guildmaster can't go wandering around with a basic cloak. I've got to spruce it up for you a bit, darling, now that you're so important.
As long as you keep the basic black, like throughout most of it. I've got ice daggers now, so I mean, that might help.
Okay.
And they can see the flame, like the fiery kind of like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Leans in and boops you on the nose and goes, darling, I've got the perfect thing for you. Hand it over and I'll have it done in no time. 300 gold pieces is my price, darling, and I know you can pay it.
Yeah. I'm going to take 150 out of the guild thing for myself.
Yep, sure.
And the rest is from my thing.
All right, and by the time you get the message from Kin saying it seems that Juliet's being suspicious and kind of explains what had happened. So Kin would message you at this point.
Yes, too easy. Oh, alrighty then. How's it going? Is it call or like message type?
You can call him back. I think he just text messaged you.
Oh yeah, I'll give him a call. Hey Ken, what's going on?
I'm being suspicious. I'm being quiet. I'm still trying to follow.
I'll follow Juliet.
Yeah.
Okay. Juliet, where would you be heading?
Wait. Did he surpass Gabriel? Does Gabriel know?
Gabriel, you just kissed Gabriel.
No, no. I mean about Kin.
Gabriel would know nothing right now. Gabriel's just been kissed by a woman. He's been touched by a woman for the first time in his life. He is probably not computing anything. With Kin's 45 success, I'd say Kin could go up and slap Gabriel and Gabriel wouldn't notice.
Juliet puts on her hood.
Yeah. Okay.
Blend into the shadows a bit more. She is heading to Luke's location, but she's kind of taking sidelines to shake off.
To get there, you just have to teleport to the main to floor 2, and if you teleport to floor 2, then it'd be hard for Kin to kind of follow you.
Okay, wait. Could Juliet? Last time Juliet was in trouble,
yes,
and everyone came over, they immediately knew her location.
Yes.
How can I?
You said help with your location beacon.
Oh, so it was me that did that.
Yeah, anyone with good tracking can also hunt down party members really easily.
Okay. Juliet then, she's gonna teleport.
Okay, so you teleport back to the second floor. Kin, I'd say you probably catch her just as she finishes teleporting away, so either floor of town of beginnings or second floor town. Gabriel, you've just been kissed by a girl who's just run off, and then you've probably seen Kin come around the corner and follow Juliet.
Yeah, I get up and I want to... Wait, sorry, how far away am I from the rest of the guild?
Well, everybody's spread out. Everybody's spread out. Everybody's
Right.
doing their own things right now.
Maybe to be quicker then, could I send a message to Dodger?
Oh, fucking hell. I'm
Sure, you
popular,
send a message to
You're the
Dodger.
guild.
You send a
You're the
message
guild
to
leader, of
Dodger.
course.
Yeah, so I want to send to Dodger, Juliet may be in trouble. I believe she's going after Luke.
Okay.
Dodger, you get that message as you call Kin, and Kin's like, I'm following them, be quiet, and then she teleports away, Kin.
Alright.
I quickly go back to Gabriel, like snap him out of it and be like, what? What is going on?
Well, look. Not long ago, Juliet pulled me aside and told me that she
Get to the
wanted
point.
to go meet Luke.
What? Gotta meet
No,
Luke?
no, he said meet Luke. He said meet Luke. That's still in his voice chat.
Yeah.
Juliet wants to go meet Luke one-on-one, and it sounds like she just wanted to kill him. And although I'm there for her, I'm also there for everyone else. And I tried telling her that it would be best if we all go together as a team. I'm trying to save Juliet by not
I'm
letting
gonna
her
pull
go
out the
by
friends
herself.
list and see where she is.
Alright,
See if it
you
pops up.
you can't track her because she doesn't want to be tracked at the moment.
Okay.
You need to use your hunting skill, your tracking skill, but unfortunately you didn't get it from the creepy guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to get those prerequisites up a little bit.
Yeah, so unfortunately you know that she teleported to either the town of beginnings or she teleported to floor 2.
Do you know exactly... Gabriel, do you know exactly where she is?
Nope.
Unfortunately,
tell
I
you
don't.
where?
I know. I don't know where. All I know is that she knows where he is, and she's going there right now. And if we don't find them, she could be in trouble. We need to get the rest of the team together and go looking.
If we don't know a location, we can't find her. And
Well,
to
we
find
need to do
someone...
something.
to find
As that's
someone in this
happening,
game, it's-
Kin and Gabriel, you would hear over the phone, "Darling, I am done and I am ready for you to try me on."
Thanks, Tiff. Guys, don't worry about the finding. I might be able to deal with that. Just get everyone together. Meet you at the second floor.
Oh, you're talking to some other friends, are you, darling? Come on, don't leave me
Yes,
in the
of
dark.
Okay, Gabriel,
I'll
let's
talk to you
go.
later.
Okay.
You would be getting your upgraded cloak, which is now a rare.
Yep.
It is as you were before. It's got these blue stitchings, and at the very bottom, at the very hemming, there are these like icicles and snowflakes that have been kind of stitched into the very bottom. That it seems that when you move, little bits of snow dust kind of scatter around it and dissipate. On top of that, you've also added your it was the Hydra scale. Which color was it again?
Yeah. It was the red one.
The red one, sweet. So you can ignore 2 points of fire damage.
Yes, which is mainly the upgrade I was looking for.
Exactly. You don't have the burning core on anymore, so your your frozen heart won't do the extra damage, but it still does the slow effect.
So it won't do. Okay, too easy.
Yeah.
Yep, that's all good. I was going to get that redone anyway, but yeah.
Sweet as. Okay, as you get your gear ready, and as Kin and Gabriel, what are you guys doing?
We're going back to where everyone is.
Okay, collecting the rest of the group. Jimma, Yasvin, you guys are collected by a very panicked-looking Gabriel and a very stoic-looking Kin back at Hadrick's place.
I look at Gabriel and I'm just like, ah. I look at Ken and see Ken's serious.
You
Okay.
don't want to know, but what I'm going to tell you is I think Juliet's doing what she said she's going to do.
Of course she is. Haven't you looked at her face recently?
But literally, Gabriel has just said they've been in contact and she's meeting him now.
Well, we
Don't
should.
know where, but
oh.
Dodger said to meet them on level 2.
Okay.
You
Well,
can-
good
All right.
thing.
Well,
Okay, so she teleported away.
She teleported away. I tried to follow her
That's okay.
until that happened.
That's okay. There's 2 places you can teleport. You can go to level 1 or level 2, so 50% chance of finding her.
Yeah. All right, so let's go to level 2.
Jimma, what were you going to say?
I was about to say, let's go transport to level 2.
Okay, so you guys level 2. Dodger, you finish off over at Tiffany's.
Thank you. We must do this again sometime.
Of course, darling. You've really got to catch up for that tea. This is the second time now you've stood me down, darling.
Of course. Next, when we have a free time.
All right, darling. Kisses.
Much love. As this is happening, I'm bringing up Clue's profile.
Yep.
Yeah. And I'm just like, hey, Clue, how you doing?
Hey, pal, what's up?
So, looking for someone.
Oh, yeah? I bet you
Yeah.
are.
Of course. So, I was going to ask you, where would be the best place to, would you know anyone that might be able to track easily?
Yeah, I mean, you just really need a basic hunting skill, basic tracking skill, basic stalking skill. Either of the above could help you get them. I mean, you know me, I know a few people. It depends on who you're trying to find. You want to go red bar there, Dodger?
I'm not going red bar, no, but someone, apparently it's got someone that I know worried, so...
Okay, I could get you an orange bar.
Not an orange bar. More...
Nobody with a green bar has stalker, hunting, or tracking, my friend.
True. Fair.
They're all perverts, maniacs, psychos, or stalkers. That's why they go for that skill.
That's fair enough. Okay. Swing me an orange bar. How much would that cost?
I mean, for the information, 100 gold pieces. Him for the day, probably gonna cost you somewhere around 150, 200.
You cut out.
Cut out.
For the information, 100 gold pieces. For the tracker, maybe 150 to 200. I can try and get you a good deal.
Yeah, if you can get me a good deal and I'll owe you one later.
Okay, I like the sound of that. Swing me over 250 and I'll make it happen.
Too easy. I'll use the guild money for that.
Okay, you send him over the account. He sends you back the location of someone in the main market district. Says that his name is Screw.
Screw. Fair enough.
You've met him.
Yes, you have.
I've met him.
Oh, I have.
Oh.
Wait, you have?
Yeah.
No. No, it's a different person.
Different person, Blaze. Yeah, this is the Screw that Juliet met.
Yeah.
I thought, yeah, never mind.
Yeah.
So you head over, you meet up with the rest of the guild, I suppose?
Yep.
Okay.
Exactly.
You guys head over to a shady and dimly lit tent on the back alleys of the market stall. Tent flaps open up and all you can see is one person. He sits there and he goes, so you must be Dodger then.
You must be Screw. Nice to meet you.
I am indeed, and I am here to get you to the places you want and find the people that you want to find.
I love the hospitality already.
Are we all in there, DM?
I mean, if you guys wanted to catch up with Dodger, then yeah.
That was the plan.
Yeah.
That sounded like the plan to me, unless I was
Sounds like a
wrong.
plan, yeah.
So I'd
That
say
was-
you guys have all walked in.
Is this his, like, shop, too?
Yeah, it just seems to be a market store with cloaks, hoods, caps, things that allow you to hide.
And I see the bigger
I'm
guy.
gonna look at cloaks while they're talking.
Sure.
I see the bigger guy next to me.
Nope.
Like next to him. No.
Nope.
That's the other guy.
It's only him.
Only him. All right. So I guess we should get down to business.
Well, I've already been paid for my services. I just need to find who it is you're looking for.
Juliet Vanders.
Oh, really? Juliet, you say?
Sounds like a
Yes. No,
Very much
I have had the pleasure of running into the fine, esteemed young lady that is Juliet Vanders earlier on this week.
Oh God, what did she say?
She said a lot of things, but it's what she bought and took with her that is going to allow me to make this so much easier to find her.
Excellent. What have you got?
Yasmin can't hear you, buddy.
I immediately let go of the cloak.
You do, and you also realize as you're holding onto the cloak, the larger cloak stand you're touching is actually a really big man wearing lots and lots and lots of cloaks, and he's just looking down at you. You find out it was hard that you missed him immediately, but then you realize that he kind of blends in with the dark atmosphere and the rest of the cloaks, and this guy is huge.
I like to think Screw and I are just like sitting there, both arms on like the table, like
Yeah.
an arm, or,
Yeah.
like just like no blinking.
Just leaning back, just, two people know what business they're dealing as well. The cloak I sold her, I sold it with a tracker because she didn't pay for it.
Of course.
So I know where she
Yeah.
is exactly at this moment.
Well, this is making things a lot easier, isn't it?
It does indeed, except there's one problem. I told Miss Vanders last time I saw her that when I caught up with her she'd pay a significant price. She's not in my best books, and I know I've made the deal. Unfortunately, I have to uphold a deal previously made with Miss Vanders. So are you here to bail her out of this deal, I suppose?
What's the deal?
I don't plan on bailing out on the deal, but could I buy this nice black cloak?
You can if you pay for it.
He's gonna pay for it. I'm not gonna
Good.
steal from you.
Seems as though Miss Vanders doesn't know how currency works in this game. A cloak like that only merely runs for measly 5 gold, 10 gold really. Miss Vanders, however, is up for 50 gold pieces. Unfortunately, her interest has inclined since she has not paid me back.
What if I give you? What if you give me the cloak? I give you my 10 gold, and I'll just give you a health potion.
Does it look like I'm the kind of person who leaves a safe zone, my friend?
No, but you look like the person who makes a lot of shady deals with a lot of shady people. Shady people need health.
What kind of health crystals have you got on you?
I can give you a minor or an intermediate.
I'll take both, and you can have the cloak, and Miss Vanders can be let free.
Fantastic.
Excellent. Miss Vanders is currently here, and you can continue to track her via this code. And he sends you what seems to be a binary code that doesn't go anywhere, and you realize it's a command console code.
Okay.
And he teaches you how to open up the command console, which you don't have access to it because you're not a moderator.
No.
But if you type in basic codes like this, it does allow you some leeway for finding certain items, and it seems that he's found some sort of loophole, and so you can track this cloak.
I appreciate
It's basically how the ring works, except using the code instead of using the item.
Awesome. Okay. Well, seem to know your way around a lot of backhand.
I do indeed.
Apologies for Juliet's abrasiveness. So,
Of course. You just tell Miss Vanders when you find her. She got screwed.
Oh, don't worry. She put me down 2 health crystals. I'm gonna make sure she's sorry. And then I start walking out the door.
It was a pleasure meeting you all. I'd appreciate it if you gave us our time. Kind of looks at your handshake and gives it a handshake back. You guys can see that the entrance has disappeared because there's a giant cloaked figure that moves to the side. Don't mind Butch, he's a little protective sometimes.
That's okay. I understand. You two take care.
Alright. Juliet, you're
put
about...
down-
Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
Yeah, you
I
got
was gonna
Ken?
say, I put down 5 gold pieces anyway. So thanks for the time.
Slides it over and goes, come back any time, sir. Sure we can help you out with things you might need.
Ooh, I ship it.
Look forward to it.
Excellent. Alright, Juliet, you're about half an hour ahead. Where are you heading?
I'm heading straight to the where Luke said he'd meet me.
Okay, heading straight to the temple.
Juliet is feeling as though no one is following her. So
Yeah, I mean,
she
you teleported away. You were pretty quick.
Yeah, she still has the hood on, but she doesn't have it over her face. Her hands out.
Okay.
And she's just walking, obviously very nervous. And I can't stress enough that. Whoa!
Ooh.
I hear myself. Is that me?
No, that would be...
Josh.
No,
No, it's not me.
Blazes.
No, I think that's coming through
Blaze.
Blazes because he's left.
That's alright, give me a second. I'll just... Oh.
Josh. No, it's not me.
Oh my god!
Oh god, stop! There you go. Got him. Got him. Alright. As you were...
Everyone needs to right click on him and then mute him. on
Everybody
Discord.
needs to right click on him and mute him, yeah.
Just mute. Okay. Okay, there we go.
There we go.
We'll have to unmute him when he comes.
Yeah, when he gets back.
Somebody keep him unmuted.
Yep.
She walks and goes, "It's a good thing this hood isn't being tracked." No, I'm kidding.
There's no way they could possibly find
Can you
me.
imagine though?
There's no way they could possibly know where I am.
She's like, "What's this weird light?" Oh well, I guess I'll just leave it. I can't stress enough that although she has it on her, the engagement ring is hidden.
Yeah.
You know, it's she's not wearing it or anything
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
She's just at the moment walking, and it's kind of like her vision's just weird. Like she's just almost in a trance because she's nervous and she doesn't know
Blurred
what to
vision,
expect.
tunnel vision, taking the path that you need to take.
Yeah, feels like
taking-
she's walking slower than what she is.
Yeah, and eventually, like, within a blink's space, you've been walking, and then you realize you are, in fact, at the location. You might have been there for a little bit longer than you thought you would have.
Okay. She holds out her saber just under her hood,
Okay.
so it's hidden.
Yep,
but-
unsheathed, but ready.
Yeah. And she kind of I hate that she's doing this, but she kind of flicks her hair to make it look really nice.
Right, okay.
She doesn't mean to. She's not trying to look good for
Yeah,
her, but she's
out of habit.
nervous. She's fiddling, you know.
Yeah.
She waits.
Some of those memories kind of coming in from when you did have a good time, and he might walk in and you'd flick your hair because he'd compliment you, and you're just like trying to push those thoughts out of your mind.
Yeah.
You'd be at the entrance of the temple. The temple itself is beautiful. It's large, silver. You got like stone bricks, but there's silver-lined doors, large towers on either side, a large glass-stained window with the symbology of a sword crossing a shield. If you'd like to enter, you may.
Everyone unmute Blaze till he's back.
He's back?
Yep, unmute him.
Yep.
But yes, you arrive at the temple, and you are able to enter if you like.
Okay. Oh man, Juliet walks in slowly.
Opening the double doors, they slowly just shaking the area around you. You see in front of you lots of very, very large wooden pews leading up to what seems to be a preacher's stand. Behind the preacher's stand, there is a large, what I can describe as a silver and stone throne. Large, double-armed arm places, big old back to the chair, and sitting in there is a very, very familiar figure. Adorned in beautiful plate mail armor, silver metal, a helmet sitting on the armrest next to him, and a sword leaning against the armrest as well. A very, very beautifully gilded and glistening sword. A sword that looks like it should be hanging up and not being used.
Okay. Has Juliet been here before?
You haven't, but it does fit the vibes of Luke.
Okay.
And he is sitting there, sitting on the chair, freshly groomed, hair glistening and pulled back, his eyes kind of slightly squinted as if always concentrating on thinking about something, but handsome, sharp, chiseled features, glistening and sparkling baby blue eyes that kind of pierce into you as you appear, and almost as if he can't help it, but a small smile kind of crosses his lips as he sees you.
Juliet slowly keeps her distance, but approaches him more in the center of the room, you know.
He kind of like takes a deep breath and sighs. Looks around. I suppose that if you said you were coming with a friend, that he might be making sure that I didn't bring any friends of my own.
Turns out he wasn't my friend.
Oh, my darling, I'm so sorry to hear that has befallen you.
No, that's
Betrayal
okay.
is something hard to get past.
But unfortunately, something I'm used to.
Poor, poor darling. Tell me more. Come. Come closer so I can see you better.
I knew he was going to be a nice guy.
She walks more into the light.
As beautiful as you were the first day I met you.
Oh my! Was that you, Connor?
No, that wasn't me. It was Jake.
Jake. I didn't say shit.
No, it was me.
That was Josh.
Anyway. And Jimma dies.
He says that he's beautiful as the day I first met you. You seem nervous, darling.
You should be.
Really? In your presence, my nerves leave me. If anything, I feel comforted now that we are together again.
We are not together again.
Kind of stands up and leaves his sword and helmet behind and kind of starts walking down the stairs around the sermon stand and starts walking towards you. Kind of just letting his fingers drag across each of the wooden pews, taking his time, looking you up and down. You seem to have gotten stronger since the last time we saw each other.
I've always been strong, Luke.
I know. Which is why I was so lucky to have you by my side. I always felt protected.
You said your boys nearly killed me a few days back.
Yes, and if I'd been notified sooner by them, I would have come and punished them myself. Why do you think the Knights of the Holy Crusade came to help you?
Since when were you part of the Chuckling Coffin?
Well, certain things need to be done in this place that won't be done by the others. It's just business. We all want to get out of here, and some people stand in my way. It's easier to remove them from the darkness than it is to remove them from a position of power. You would know this if you hadn't left me emotionally.
If I hadn't left you,
Yes. You're more concerned about your fans that prayed to you, worshipped every movement you made, yet you couldn't see the person lovingly staring at you right next to you. It almost felt as if I wasn't there.
Luke, I want you to say it. Say what you did.
Say
I love
my
you.
name.
You really want to hear me say it?
I
You're
want
like,
to hear you.
he kneels down, like within 5 feet of you, looks you in the eyes and goes, I loved you. I always have.
Then why did you leave me?
Because I knew you didn't need me anymore.
No, I
You-
needed you.
No, you had them. You needed them more than you needed me.
You're insane.
I am. I'm insane because every time I think of you, I think about the things we could have together.
Stop it. You're full of shit. And everyone's gonna find out.
Stands up. Maybe. But they'll also realize what I did was needed. It was a necessary sacrifice to save everybody here. To save you. To save all the people that lovingly followed you.
Then why does everybody hate me now?
Maybe it's because of who you've become, now that you've lost everything you so held on to with such valor.
I haven't lost everything. I'm not a killer like you.
He looks up at his name tag. I don't see a red bar, and you're right, you haven't lost everything. No matter what, you'll always have me.
This isn't over.
She starts to walk.
You start walking off, and he kind of just sighs again. Juliet,
She stops.
I'll see you in the tournament tomorrow.
She pulls out her saber.
Sing.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you will.
Smiles.
She looks away and walks. Confused.
Doors close behind you as you walk out. At this point, you would see horses and mules galloping in your direction as the rest of the guild show up on the outskirts of the plains area that leads to the temple.
Juliet says to herself,
Shit.
You can see Dodger on the probably the same as before. Dodger on the front horse, galloping towards you with a serious expression. Gabriel's head bopping up and down behind Dodger's shoulders. The rest following suit. You can see Kin's very, very close behind with a stern expression. You guys continue, and you guys can see Juliet in front of what seems to be a very, very beautifully gilded temple, large and withstanding the age of time. It looks amazing. Very, very Knights of the Holy Crusade-esque kind of color scheme.
As soon as I get off, I spit on the floor.
I get off and I approach Juliet and I say,
I'm sorry, Juliet. I had to alert the others. I couldn't let
Juliet
you go on
grabs
alone.
him by
I
the
wanted you.
Oh no, she doesn't. I grab her first.
Oh, okay. Both of you roll me skill checks. Juliet, you can see, no, not you, Gabriel. You go over to talk to her. Juliet goes to grab you, and Dodger goes to grab Juliet.
I got a 55.
aha, I got 68.
Okay, so Juliet, you do manage to grab Gabriel by the collar, and I'd say, Dodger, you also grab Juliet at the same time, so you two are both holding the person you want to be holding. Gabriel, you're kind of just being held by Juliet, and Juliet is being held by Dodger. Continue.
Juliet, I'm sorry. I know you're mad, but I was literally trying to save you from getting hurt. I couldn't let you go in there alone.
She like kind of whispers,
Dead to me.
and then she looks at the rest of the group and goes,
Wait. This isn't the pub. What am I doing here? Hey,
Kind
guys.
of like on your tippy toes as Dodger has kind of grabbed you by the arms.
Juliet,
Alright.
just be honest.
You need to listen here. Gabriel didn't say anything. Okay? He knew you were in trouble and he did the right thing. What he did is he made sure you were okay. If you died there, that's on our conscience. Okay? So you need to stop being an arrogant prick and shut up. 1 second and listen to others.
Juliet releases Gabriel.
Uh-huh.
She then attempts to get Dodger off her.
Okay, roll me a skill check.
Okay.
I'm still holding on.
Yeah, all good. Let's see if you can beat the 55.
That's okay.
As soon as she starts struggling to get Dodger off her, I want to ignite my blade and put it across her, like in between them. In between them both, just ignited.
Okay. Yeah, okay, so you don't succeed, but as soon as you start struggling, you watch as Yasmin storms over and ignites his blade by your throat.
Listen, okay? I don't know what's going on between you and this Luke Steele person. I don't really care. But when you put danger in lives of my guild and my friends, there is going to be trouble.
As soon as you say trouble, Yasmin, you watch as your blade, for some reason, was in your hand, and then the next minute is out of your hand and buried in the dirt.
I look up to see where that source came from.
You can see that someone is standing, full plate armor, a metal helmet covering their face, and a bejeweled sword by their side. You guys wouldn't recognize this figure, obviously Juliet would, but the doors are open. You can see that this person has thrown what seems to be a dagger in your direction, and it has disarmed you of your weapon, and he has drawn his gilded, what looks to be a long sword, and is kind of approaching while dragging the sword through the ground. You can see as it goes through the ground, the kind of grass and area around it starts to wilt away and die.
As soon as I look down and look up, I'm gonna go, all right. Then I'm just gonna pick up the nearest thing and do the same thing to him and try and disarm him.
Go for it. You could go for a rock throw.
I'm just disarming him. No ill intent.
Go for it.
Good boy.
Damn it.
No.
Yeah, okay, so you throw, you pick up a rock and you just throw it at his hand, and as you do, he just swings his sword and just ping deflects the rock. I would let her go if I were you.
I'll let her go.
Kind
Have I
of.
seen
Pick up my sword.
I know who this is.
The armor is unfamiliar. The voice seems to pique an interest in your mind. It does sound familiar, but through the helmet you can't be too sure, but you can insinuate.
Yeah.
This isn't a very friendly competition between guild members. Harassing a woman who seems quite distraught emotionally is not something that should be taken lightly.
Is this a safe zone?
Nope.
Nope.
Okay.
My darling, are you alright? And he looks at Juliet.
Juliet looks at him and says,
You were right.
she then looks at her guild and she says,
I don't belong with them.
and then she continues to walk. She starts to walk away from the guild.
Wait, Juliet, stop! What are you doing? What do you mean you don't belong? No, I kind of, no, I just, oh my god, I'm so confused. I'm just gonna kind of yell out to her and say, no, Juliet, wait, what do you mean you're not part of this guild? You're one of us.
I was looking at Juliet's expression quite intently.
Mm.
Could I roll a check to see if, like, there's anything going on?
I don't think Juliet's doing the best at hiding the expression. If you'd like to explain, Juliet, what you might be expressing visually.
She is crushed. She is emotional, not thinking straight, confused, and she's leaving. Oh, she's just leaving because she doesn't know what to do.
Okay, that's what that's what you would gather.
I look up to the fully armored figure and I'm like, you know, an actual man would show someone their face when taking away a guild member, at least.
Looks at you and goes, only when fighting somebody that has the same courtesy. You yourself have been hiding behind what seems to be a facade for far too long, my friend. I can tell by the look in your eyes.
Then you could at least do me the courtesy of showing me yours.
Well, maybe I should show you your face instead. Contorted in agonizing pain and horror.
I'd look at Dodger and I go, yeah, this guy doesn't make any sense. I don't know how he thinks he could show me my own face. Or maybe a mirror? Has he got a mirror? But I'm saying it like loud enough to make him.
Yeah.
He's just shaking his head as if he's like experiencing trying to like the kind of feeling you get when you're trying to explain somebody, like you're trying to explain to a child that 1 + 1 is 2, but they keep saying 1 + 1 is 3, And he kind of just shakes his head, disappointed a little bit, and just watches as Juliet walks away and places his swords in the dirt in front of him and just stands there kind of proud and absolute in front of the temple.
Look, I'm not here to fight anyone.
Kin takes off towards Juliet.
Okay.
I will.
I need you to roll me a
follow-
skill check, please.
Me?
Yes. Okay. Okay. As you do that, you watch as he twists his blade in the ground a little bit, and roots start to appear by your legs as if trying to keep you rooted. But you do manage to free yourself, being very nimble and agile, and start heading off towards Juliet. And kind of just shakes his head, goes,
I wasn't doing it like aggressively.
I know. He just doesn't want to let anybody follow her.
Yeah.
But you do manage to escape, and he doesn't move. He just stays where he is.
Everyone can start moving out. I don't want to fight here. They don't know what's gonna happen.
I don't want to fight either. I
Good.
just want to see. I'm guessing. Look, I'm just gonna make an assumption here.
You're far away.
I'm just gonna make an assumption here.
That's the question.
Find the medium. Find the medium.
Find the medium. Find the medium. I'm finding it. How
Yep,
is it?
yep.
Yeah,
Sure,
perfect.
that's it.
Okay. I'm just gonna say, Juliet's distressed. Who was she meant to be meeting with again, Gabriel?
Luke.
So, by powers of deduction, you must be Mr. Luke Steele.
He bows. At your service, my good sir.
Man. Well, my name is Yasvin. And then I'm gonna go up to shake his hand.
He ignores you and pulls up a window and starts typing a message to somebody, completely just disregarding that you've even approached him.
Oh well. It was just gonna be a ploy to try and get his helmet off anyway.
Sends the message. Boop, boop. Juliet, you get a message that says, if you ever need anything, let me know. And then he stands, looks at you, Yasmin looks at you as if he just realized that you've approached him, turns his back and starts walking back into the temple.
I'm just gonna stick my leg out and trip him over.
Go for it. Make a skill check.
Oh no.
Oh wow.
But I'm gonna do it in the very childish and run.
Go for it. Make a skill check.
12 hours later.
Cool. So, I mean, he has armor that can't make him not be knocked prone. So as you go to trip him, his foot kind of just collides with yours, and then it just stops. And he looks down at your foot and goes, I would remove that if you wish for it to remain part of your body.
You have to think about that? I'm just looking at it, just like, I'm just taking it in.
Yeah, you can see that, like, as you went to trip him, one of the jewels in his sword glistened for a second.
Okay. And I go, I move my foot, I put my sword away, and I just walk away.
He sheaths his sword and also walks away. The temple doors closing behind him. Juliet, you have started walking off. You can hear footsteps behind you, and you, in your distressed state, probably even wouldn't notice that someone is approaching. But Kin, you easily catch up with Juliet. She's kind of swaying back and forth a little bit, very emotionally distraught.
Juliet.
She continues walking, but she's listening.
You can see you've grabbed her attention.
I didn't know this was going to happen to you. I don't want anything to happen to you or anyone else.
She looks at him and says,
Do you know who that was?
I would have assumed it was Luke.
Yes, the same person who killed all your friends.
Yeah.
Don't you want revenge?
Oh, I want revenge. But
But what?
I don't think I want the same revenge as you do. I want him to suffer. But I'm tired of seeing people die in this game. for doing the right thing, I suppose killing one person could save the game. But we need to work together as a guild.
What if it's too much?
We'll find a way.
Juliet embraces Kin and starts to bawl her eyes out.
Just hold her tight.
All right. You hold her. She lets out her emotion. The others kind of behind by the temple.
I'm letting those guys go follow her. I'm telling them go find where they are.
Okay.
I'm gonna go back to the market and I'm gonna actually buy a mask.
Okay.
Oh.
So heading off to the market, Yasmin, Gabriel, Jimmer.
Um,
I'll turn to Dodger and I'll ask.
I mean, what do we do next? Where would you like us to go?
Anything we can do. Help each other through these times. I know you didn't. I know in her eyes you did something wrong, but you did the right thing, kid.
Thank you, Dodger. All I wanted was for her to be safe. I didn't want her to die.
That's good.
Hey,
Keep each other safe.
hey, Gabriel.
Yes, Jimmer?
Would you like to go to the bar?
Here we go.
If it's
I thought you were going to say ice
I
cream.
think he actually wants to go to the pub.
Do you want to go to the
it's,
bar?
if
The
it's alright by
tavern.
Dodger and he doesn't need us to do anything up, I tended to, and she's okay, then I accept.
All
I
right.
think it's best that you give Julie some space and
Yeah,
just
he
come,
did.
let off some steam.
Okay, the bar it is.
I
Okay.
owe her an apology too, so I'll try and go find them.
All right.
You guys take care. Look after yourselves.
We'll have a K of a time.
Good to hear. I'll tell Astra you're going. He might join you. Him and Taz.
Oh, fantastic, that'd be delightful.
All right. Jimmer and Gabriel, you guys head to the bar. Yasmin, you head to do some late market shopping. Kin,
None of the real sus dude's place too.
Yeah,
Whatever
yeah.
his name was.
yeah, you hold Juliet as she cries. Probably eventually just kind of,
I'm
just
not-
like really, really tired, sobbing, like can't even hold yourself up at that point. Leaving Dodger remaining at the quiet, empty space of the temple. The doors shut firmly, knowing that Luke is most probably inside somehow, watching you all leave from the stained glass window.
And I'll head back to find Kin and Juliet, but I won't interrupt their moment, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, you
Kind of just
you
doing
see
that
it
thing where
happens.
you're behind a tree, kind of just.
You know what's happening, and you're giving some support from where you are.
Yeah.
Yeah. Juliet and Kin, you guys eventually... Well, Kin, you probably eventually managed to rouse her back into an ability to be able to move. Astra does get the message from Gabriel and Jimmer and sends a message to everybody else and goes, alright, who's coming for drinks? My shout to everybody.
Do we, Juliet and I, get it?
Yeah, everybody. He sends it to everybody. He just sends it to the guild. He wants to know who's coming so he knows how many drinks to get.
Oh, groovy, I'm in.
Excellent.
Technically, don't I have to get back to old mate's place to finish blacksmithing?
I'd say you got most of it done. You're getting there. It's fine.
Okay.
As Kin says to Juliet, how would you, just like a couple drinks, just to ease the pain?
I feel like now Juliet has red around her eyes from crying, but she's you know that state you get where
Yeah.
it stops that, but it's kind of all gone.
Yeah.
She's at that now.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll
let's
look
get some
after you.
drinks. I'm going to get drunk.
Alright. You guys all eventually head to a tavern that Astra recommends, which is down a few shifty side alleys, and you eventually come in, you can see that he is sitting there with a few bags of money, bruises over his face, a cut over his chest, his eye is swollen, and his hair is matted with blood, and he goes, hey! Look who's here, and drinks are ready to appear. Ba-ba-boom. And drinks, he looks like he's bought out the entire bar for the night. He has come into some serious cash from his underground battles.
Wow.
And so he gives you guys, he goes, yeah, you should see the other guy. I don't remember what he looks like. It doesn't matter what the other guy looks like. Drinks are on me.
Are we all there now?
Yeah, you guys all would appear.
I'm
One
not-
by one, you'd all appear. Dodger probably not appearing.
I grab as many drinks as I can, and just take them to a table where Juliet and I will be sitting.
Yeah, for sure. NPCs play music in the background. Astra has hired some of the local NPCs to dance. And he's just drinking. Taz is drinking with him. They're trying to outdrink each other. Gabriel and Jim are probably like the bar, probably going conversing with each other.
The women.
Juliet and Kin taking a quiet place to kind of have their drinks. Yasvin, you easily find Screw and Butch where they were before, and Screw goes, "Well, you're back quicker than I thought you'd be."
I was wondering if you sell masks here.
I do indeed. What kind of mask were you looking for?
Something a player like you might need.
Alright. Interesting. He pulls out a few masks. He pulls out 3 masks. He pulls out one very dark black mask. It goes on the face with a few ties on the back, so it lets the hair kind of come out and frame the mask. It's shaped like a wolf and seems to have like this like made out of wood, carved and etched. Wood with eye holes to see through, kind of frames your face. He has another mask, very similar, kind of very, very typical Japanese mask. He has like a full face wolf mask, a half nose down Oni jaw mask, and then he has like an Akatsuki kind of like bunny 2-ear mask. All kind of black and shrouded, kind of textured and grayed.
I'm gonna get the wolf one and then pay him and then just go straight home.
Yeah, 5 gold pieces. You put the wolf mask on, you pull your hood over, and it seems to pretty much shroud your visage very, very well. And you head back. Yeah, you guys can all teleport back to the guild house very easily. So you teleport back to the guild house. Easy enough, and take an early night's rest for the tournament to come. Dodger, as the others kind of take time to nurse their drinks and nurse their pain, what is it that you were doing?
I'm kind of not taking part in the festivities. I'm kind of just keeping an eye out and stuff.
Okay.
Just like mulling over my own thoughts.
Yeah, just probably sitting outside eating some leftover sandwich.
Yeah, leftover sandwich.
Boar sandwich.
I'll give Tiffany a call instead of a...
Oh, darling, hello. What brings you here this late in the evening, she says over the call.
I apologize, but I figured you wanted that chat sooner rather than later.
Well, I mean, if you're free, darling, I'm always free for some time with my favorite customer. Come past and I'll have some food and drinks ready for your company.
Sounds good. Let me just make sure everyone's doing okay.
But of course, darling, I'll see you soon. Kisses.
Cheers. Cheers.
All right.
And I'll just kind of like do one last look into like the tavern, make sure that everyone's...
Yeah. Everybody
then-
seems to be with somebody. Yasvin seems to be missing, but that's Yasvin, I suppose. And
I trust Yasmin, that's the thing. Like, I know what Yasmin do.
yeah. All right. And eventually, after your last checkup, you do like a little perimeter search and head over to Tiffany's for a late night nightcap.
Yeah. Just chatting.
And as everybody settles down for the night, the day before the prep for the big tournament, we will go ahead and stop the game there.
Oh, the emotion.
Yeah, the emotion. Damn, guys, that was heavy.
That
Oh,
was crazy.
hey, Gar.
What an emotional
Roller
game.
coaster.
Yeah, I feel like
Emotional
everybody's
roller coaster.
going through like emotions just all the time, but it's just interesting to see people go through them and help each other and work through them. But you guys are awesome.
Jordan, I love you.
Yeah, Jordan, love you. Just trying to protect you.
Much love to everybody. Much love to the chat. Thanks for staying by us, guys, and watching along with us. Much like our team here, stand by your friends and your loved ones, show each other care. Take care of yourselves. Hope you enjoyed today's stream, and we'll be back for more very shortly.
Do we want to say anything about any other things coming up in the future?
We got some few streams. We talked about them in the break last time, but we got a second actual D&D game coming up called Kingsman, so we'll have that one coming in soon as opposed to our kind of anime fantasy tabletop RPG. But yeah, Kingsman's coming soon, an actual D&D game with our current cast and crew. We're just sorting out a day where we can do that and sorting out the live stream for that. We'll also be uploading a little bit more constantly on our YouTube for just games and chats and podcasts, so stay tuned for that, guys, and we hope you all have a safe time, look after each other, love each other, and make sure you're staying safe, huh?
And wash those damn hands like Juliet did at the beginning.
Yeah, exactly. Wash your damn hands.
Juliet knows what to do.
Yeah, she does.
Shout out to Kip and the Fat Rat.
Yep, shout out to Kit for her amazing player art. Unfortunately, she's a little under the weather at the moment, so sending love to Kit, but she does amazing photo art. We didn't have an interim game today just because the emotions were so intense. But yep, Fat Rat supplying all the music. Go check him out on YouTube, and Kip Pippin at Kip Pippin on Instagram, KIP_PIPPIM with the amazing character art. So go check them out, send them our love, send them your love. They're fantastic people.
Yes.
Fat Rat.
Fat Rat.
Yes.
Fat Rat.
Kip.
Yeah, but thanks for stopping by, guys. We'll see you next time for some isolated D&D.
Take
Much
care,
love,
everyone.
everyone.
Bye.
Love it.